Okay, and here we go. Hello, everybody. Thanks to everyone who's joining us. I know the Game Awards are going on right now, so feel free to run both things. We won't be able to watch them, but if anything really interesting happens, I understand if you spam chat about it. We'll try not to be too distracted, but we understand. It's D&D night in America! Much better than a Republican debate, which we also do sometimes on these channels. I sort of gave up on them after a while. I'm like, none of these people are gonna have anything interesting to say, are they? At any point. Um, okay, so right now, we've been off a couple weeks. We had Thanksgiving, and then we just had a couple people who couldn't make it previous week. We'll be off next week. We are mid-battle right now, so we are like desperately needing this session, so we could not take off for the Game Awards, even though it is a mini gamer holiday. We'll enjoy a big, like, quick burst of all the news at the end of the session. But for right now, we're going to start with this session 20, if you guys can believe it, of Wrath of the Godkin. So hello and welcome to Wrath the Godkin, the only D&D campaign where you must confess your darkest secrets in order to become a Tier 3 subscriber. Say hello to Ronnie the Bugbear Fighter, Waylon the Human Paladin. It is Waylon, isn't it? Oz the Kenku Wizard, Kelken the Furbolg Druid, and Affinity the Tiefling Bard. Our heroes are experts at getting themselves into trouble, but before they do exactly that, let's remind you viewers at home what happened previously on Wrath of the Godkin. So we're still mid-dungeon right now. The party tried to stealth their way through a tunnel, but a stray trap woke up a ceiling full of chokers, these devastating snake-limbed creatures with spiky protrusions on the end of their like tentacles. And the chokers descended on the party. Ronnie got grappled by a bunch of these tentacled creatures, but Oz quickly set them all ablaze with a massive fireball. The party found, after they got out of that situation, the party found a mystical wall that would not let them pass unless they each confessed a secret. So each party member revealed something that they'd been hiding, either from the others or for themselves. Ronnie admitted they were still harboring anger toward their mentor Gideon. Kelkin revealed that he felt guilty. He was letting everyone down in his hometown. Oz revealed that he had lied on his Adventurers Guild application, is actually 17 and shorter than he said he was. Uh, Finn revealed she's not sure if she wants to be famous as a bard or just wants to be liked. She's not sure where those priorities are. And Waylon revealed that his name is Darvis Henrik and that he thinks he is still being hunted. As each person entered the wall, they realized they could hear each person after them confessing their secrets. So everyone heard each other's secrets. And Waylon might not know that yet, though. Or Darvis might not know that yet. So everybody passed through this wall. And on the other side, there was a little alcove there where they met Stony, who is a magical gem construct, who questioned them about their intentions regarding whatever is in this vault. Let's turn the music down ever so slightly because I feel like I'm having to speak too loud. And Stony, after asking them a bunch of questions, really getting on Ronnie's nerves especially, he made everybody swear an oath of loyalty to one another. And so they all got like a little mark on their hand symbolizing this loyalty pledge to one another, and then challenged them to the final parts of this test, which is facing him in combat. So we started off that combat, and that's where we left things. Just as a reminder, you can donate to change the outcome of the game, and the rewards are listed right there on the screen in the bottom left. So we're mid-combat right now, and Stony's orbs, which surround the players, these orbs that he created and shot around the battlefield, have yet to really come into play. Let's see what happens next with those things. So that's where we are headed now. Oddish, if you could switch us over to the boss music playlist, and we will pick up on the turn order with your turn when you are ready.
Okay. He is restrained, right? So I get advantage on all these attacks.
I'm not sure if he's restrained right now.
He has the little handy icon next to him, so I assumed. I think he was. I
Oh yeah, he is.
believe
He
he
is. I'm
was.
sorry. The Wayland text was blocking it online. So yes, he's currently restrained by the Maximilian's grasp hand, which I think Oz
Awesome.
cast. It's this thing right here I'm pinging. My beautiful hand drawing. You'll also notice that the text of the first chapter of Pride and
Yes.
Prejudice by Jane Austen is currently in the chat. That's because I was like doing stuff in the chat, building stuff, preparing stuff for future sessions, and I was like, I gotta get rid of it somehow. It takes too long to delete it, so there's Pride and Prejudice for you. Spoilers for Pride and Prejudice. But in case you didn't know, it is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. That's the opening line, the famous opening line of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Great book. Go check it out. Calling for it for life.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it. I also recommend Persuasion by Jane Austen. Another really good book.
What about Pride and Prejudice and
And
Prejudice and
And
Zombies?
Zombies.
Yep.
What about
Sorry,
Abraham
I thought
Lincoln Vampire Hunter or whatever it is?
Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters.
Is that the sequel?
Yeah, that exists.
Makes sense. Okay, Kel, he is restrained. I think you were gearing up to do a charge on him, right?
Yes, I was, and I will do that now. I will go 5, 10, 15, 20. Cool. And then 1 bite and 2 claw attacks.
Okay, and that's
Hell
with
yes.
advantage because he's restrained.
Oh,
Yes.
hell yeah.
So let me pull up his sheet real quick here. And the bite will miss.
Okay.
The other 2 will hit. The first claw attack is a critical.
When I roll for that, will it do the crit automatically? It does. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it will. I don't like how loud that is, though, so I'm gonna... Give me 1 second.
I swear the bot has gotten louder.
No, not the bot. The Chrome.
Ah.
Just gonna bring it down a little bit. How do I get out of Maximilian's?
Stony has to use their action to make a strength save.
Oh, to make a strength save. Okay.
He has to make another strength save because I pounced on him.
To see if he can be knocked prone.
Yes.
It's interesting. I don't know if he can be knocked prone only because...
He's restrained?
No, because he's hovers.
Oh, right.
He doesn't really hit the ground. But I guess he could be knocked horizontally with a little inch off the ground. So... Okay, so I need to make a strength save to see if I'm knocked prone. Okay, I'm not knocked prone. And I'm going to take a grand total of 11 slashing damage.
That's it, yeah.
Okay, so you are clawing into him. You get a really good claw strike, but even so, it just doesn't feel like you're digging into his gem surface as much as you would like to. He does take some damage, but he doesn't take nearly as much as you would have expected from that.
Damn.
As his final legendary action of this round, he's going to I guess they reset on his turn, right? So he is going to try to do Freedom Blast and break the restraints, which is a property of his Freedom Blast. I'm going to need everybody who's within 15 feet of him to make a dex save.
I think that's me, right? 5, 10, yes.
Yes.
I can count.
Ooh.
Okay, Ronnie, you will save.
Eep.
Way and wait, that was your dex there, Ash, right?
That was, yes.
Kelken. So that means that only Ronnie passed. Okay, so everyone else is going to take 9 force damage.
Alright.
And Ronnie is going to take 4 force damage instead, because that's, you know, halved. You are also, let's see, who failed? You failed 1, 2, so you get moved over here, you get moved over here, you get moved over here, and that is that. Now it's going to be Sony's turn. His legendary actions are going to refill. Bloop, bloop. He's going to, as a bonus action, summon 2 more of these wonderful orbs. Okay. And he's placing 1 over here and 1 over here. And then as his action, he is going to do an arcane blast on Ronnie. Let's see if this will hit. No, it misses.
Feels
Even
like
with his
a no.
plus 10, it's a nat 1. It is a nat 1 for a nat 11 for him. And I believe that'll be the end of his
Is that an sorry.
Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. I also forgot that the spheres move at the end of his turn. I believe I forgot.
I assume that Arcane Blast is not melee.
No, it is a range, sort of like plasma beam, like in the sense that, in the way that like Iron Man could shoot like a repulsor blast out of his palms, or Cyclops shoots his thing. It's sort of like that. He does have a thing, though. Stony does have a thing called Weave Resilience that does not suffer disadvantage when threatened by melee attackers. As one of his special magical thingies.
Cool.
So, he's going to... Yeah, the orbs move at the end of his turn. Each orb is going to move 5 feet closer. This orb is going to move into the same sphere as Kelken. So we're going to see what the orbs do.
They
Kelken,
heal me for 9 points.
Kelken, I need you to make a dex save.
Okay.
Okay,
Beautiful.
wow. Perfect.
Hey.
You, as it enters your space, you like do this amazing raptor move where you flip around and you use your tail to hit it like a baseball bat, and you basically whack the orb away from you over here, giving yourself a little bit more space to deal with it. So it doesn't enter your space because of that amazing critical natural 20 that you just got at that point.
Hell yes.
This orb is going to move closer to Waylon. As is this one.
No,
It's just
thank
going to
you.
move closer in that way. This orb is just going to move that way. And this orb is going to move a little bit that way. So we still don't really know what the orbs do as a result of that. So that's the end.
I'm sorry, guys, for rolling that amazing number.
It was a cool thing. You did a cool.
How dare you be
raptor
exceptional?
tail. Damn your perfection. Okay, Wei, it is your go.
Do I get the impression that if I leave the space, I
You
get
will
an
not take an
opportunity
attack of opportunity from these things. They don't have arms or any sort of melee attacks.
Okay.
They seem to be, from your observation, just trying to enter your space.
Yeah, I like my personal space bubble, thank you. I will move back to Stony and take a I'm gonna go for a stab.
Okay, great. Because of Freedom Blast, is Maximilian a concentration, or how long does the hand stay up? Oh, it is concentration.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Did you ask the
concentration.
question?
Yeah, sorry,
It's
I was asking
concentration
about
on a minute.
Yeah, it's concentration, and the hand does not have hit points, so you gotta attack Ozzy to put it down.
Got it.
Oh, yeah, the attack, the hand's still up because that's Oz. Oz wasn't in range, and I rolled con, so detect magic is still up.
Roger
Not that we need it, but
okay,
Also-
Bavaria's will miss with 13.
all right. Second attack. Woo!
I'm not seeing it.
I got it 24.
Oh, there we go. That will definitely hit.
Whee!
Hell yes.
I'm gonna
Hey.
save my spell slot for later.
Okay, so not
6.
using...
No
but
smite.
still doing magical piercing, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So he will take the full brunt of that. You carve into him, making a slash across his chest. Ouch, that one kind of hurt.
It hurts now? Now you feel pain?
Ow, ow, ow.
I forget how condescending he is.
Aw, it's so cute when you notice things.
Shut up.
I like when the little lizard talks.
I'm very insecure about my size, okay?
Is that the end of your turn, Waylon?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Finn, it is your go.
Okay. Well, I'm not crazy about this here orb either, so I'm gonna take a step that way. And yeah, she's gonna do a cloud of daggers right on top of Mr. Stony. I almost called him
Sconebony.
Scony. Mr. Stone.
I'm sorry, what
Scone.
move are you doing?
Cloud of daggers.
Okay, Cloud of Daggers. Okay. Is that a 5-foot space?
Yeah. Here, I can post it in the chat too. Oh, whoops. I don't think I was supposed to roll damage for that yet.
It's interesting because we had this conversation about it before, right?
Yes.
Where we're like,
We decided that it doesn't do damage when it appears. It only does damage at the beginning of their turn.
in Baldur's Gate, it does it at the beginning.
Oh,
Everyone
right?
online said the opposite, and then
I know.
Then I'm like, I mean, not that Baldur's Gate is a perfect representation of that, but Thunderous Smite for a pinball combo, yeah, definitely.
I feel like it's a DM ruling because there's too many conflicting opinions.
I think it makes it OP if it does. BG3 players gaslighting you. It's BG
Yeah.
devs gaslighting us by making everything cooler.
By making D&D fun? No, just
Or starts by making D&D too fun. Making people save scum their way. I'm gonna say it doesn't because that's what we ruled on before, but I'll revisit
yeah,
it.
that's
We
fair.
can have some patch notes later if we need to. Okay, so it appears right there. And is that the end of your turn?
And I'm gonna toss a bardic over to who is hurt. To Ronnie.
Okay, Ronnie is gonna have a pink bardic from Finn. At this point, Stony is going to do one of his legendary actions, and he's going to Arcane Blast at Finn for 14, which will hit
That hits.
for 19 force damage.
Oh.
He rolled really good on that.
I don't
Jesus.
remember if I have a reaction available.
Well,
That was
Ouchie.
3 6s.
I'm gonna say that you do.
Okay. I'll use my interception to
Okay.
reduce it. By what's our proficiency? By 10.
By 10? Okay, great.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's only 9, so you gain 10 health, so you should have 15 now, yeah.
yes.
Okay. Alright, so that will be... What is Torch's turn? Does that mean something?
I think that's Oz.
That is Oswald.
Oz
I
is the torch,
was
yeah.
selected on the torch when I rolled it.
Oh, right! I
So Oz
forgot
is
about
listening to
that!
the torch for all of his turns.
Right, okay. Torch is Oz. Okay.
Well, no, Oz is still Oz. He just happens to be sharing initiative with the torch.
Right. You're right.
Oz sees Stony break out of the grasp and, seems to must have done that wrong. He takes out his hand. You see the Maximilian's grasp just kind of flail about for a second. He looks at the torch in his other hand's like, all right, Mr. Torch, we got it this time, right? No, don't say that. We have it this time.
That's right.
Was for a grasp. Please make a strength save.
Okay. Let me pull up the sheets. 16. And... Okay,
Nope, that beats it.
but does he take the... Oh, he takes half of that, so 5 magical bludgeoning? Or is that...
I think it's 5 bludgeoning, and he is not restrained if he succeeds.
Is it magical bludgeoning if it's coming from a spell? I feel like it has to be, right?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
it is.
so. I think if it's spell, just assume magical.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay, he takes the hit. The hand grabs at him and starts to try to crush his body, but he easily wriggles out of it. Hey, stop trying to do that. It's silly.
Oz looks at the torch. I blame you.
He's gonna use a legendary action to try to shoot. Can you shoot it, Oz?
Oh,
No, he can't. He can't reach.
Oh,
He can
Turn
go
order is
closer.
gone
It's
for
fine. I'm fine with an opportunity attack.
I can't move if I don't have a legendary moving thingy. Okay, so he'll just shoot Finn again then. She seems strong.
thank you.
hey, remember earlier when I said I like being hurt in D&D?
Hurt me more. Oh well, I can't hit the birdie, so I will shoot this thing instead.
This thing.
This thing.
Thing?
He misses. He misses. A critical fail.
Uh,
Oopsie.
The racism.
She's very wily, that one. He turns to Waylon as if this is relatable somehow. We're not on the same side, dude.
No.
Oh well. I'll kill them all next time, I suppose.
Please do not.
Ronnie, it is your go.
I don't recall if this has come up, but I don't think that I have disadvantage if I move here, right?
No, you
Okay.
don't.
It's just that I can. It's not like
Yeah, you
full
can.
arm or whatever.
Yeah, you can still.
And I'm just gonna close with him just for funsies
Sure.
and take a swing.
Okay, that'll hit. Okay, that'll hit for
Alright.
8 bludgeoning. You crack him right on the noggin. He looks a little dazed. Ow! My connection to the weave is weakening.
I guess since he's not restrained anyway, how fast can the hand move?
I don't know. Let me look it up.
Movement.
Cause the hand to reach for a different creature or to move to a different... So you can move it.
Does it Oh,
You can move it anywhere within 30 feet of Oz, basically. It doesn't have, like, its own movement speed.
okay.
But if...
I'll take, hang on one more.
You can go anywhere there, basically. Arrows.
Arrows! I'm gonna use a superior dice to try to do a pushing attack.
Mhm.
So I'll add a superiority die to the damage roll, and it needs to make a strength saving throw.
It fails, I think. It got a natural one.
That looks like
Critical fail.
what are these dice? What are these dice? What are these hearts?
Kingdom Hearts is
58.
light!
Alright, so another 6 bludgeoning. Magical bludgeoning.
Okay. So it takes 14 total. And does he move back as a result of that?
He moves 15 feet back. I want to push him as much as I can, like if you'll allow any diagonal, like
Yeah.
I want to get him as far away from Finn as possible.
Okay, so you want him to go upright, basically.
Yeah, I'm hoping that there's an angle at which I could make it so that he's out of range of her, but that might not be possible.
2, 3.
He moves 15 feet, so like potentially
So like here?
like there.
He would be out of Finn's range if he was there.
Well, he would be out of range to hit Finn?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, that works fine.
Okay.
I do think if he's leaving the daggers, that he might take damage from that as well.
Oh, interesting.
Let's see.
We really do need the pinball
When it
combo.
enters the spells, or it starts
Yes.
its turn there. So I don't think that's the case.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I made that up.
My bad. I totally forgot about the daggers.
No, that's okay.
That's because
A
I
red
didn't
circle
draw them
is
very
just
well. It's just a
A
circle.
thing on his token. I was like, weird. His hit points are showing up in a circle instead of a bar. That's weird.
it's weird that there's so many
He
circles.
has so
on
many.
here.
It's spherical.
Okay, is that the end of your turn, Ronnie?
I guess then I'll use my movement to give chase.
Okay.
Avoiding the daggers.
Right. I was gonna say. Okay. And you moved up there, so he's going to legendary arcane blast you, or attempt to anyway. 19.
Oof.
That should
Yep,
yeah,
that'll
it should hit for 12 force damage. As you're running up, he just blasts you directly with it, and it hits you right in the shoulder, and it burns with this powerful heat, or powerful force
Sweater!
energy. My sweater, it has a big hole in it now. Oh no, I'll have to sew that up later for your funeral. Hee hee. And then he's out of legendary actions as a result of that. Kelken, it is your go.
Okay, I will just run up here and take my attacks.
Are you doing the
1,
pounce thing
2,
again?
3. Yes, I am.
Okay, so strength save.
Yes, because the claw attack hits for 19, right?
Oh yeah, your first 2 attacks do hit.
Okay.
He fails this, so he is knocked sideways, I guess. Vertical, but sideways. Hey, I'm confused.
And that means I can take 1 bite as a bonus action, so I will do that. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, so you got...
So it's 8 piercing and 5 slashing. Or when you're doing your resistances.
So 10 plus 3... 13. Okay, so... Alright, so you You are pouncing. You knock him sideways. And you're still doing these like glancing blows on him with your teeth and claws, but you are damaging him. Ah, that tickles in a bad way.
Mhm. Fine. I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Stony is going to try to do another freedom blast to knock you guys away. So I need 1, 2. Okay, Waylon's out of reach. So just those two who are close will do a dex save. Ronnie, you pass. Ozosaurus. I'm sorry, Ashosaurus. Hey, Pug, welcome in. You fail. So this is gonna be another 2d6 roll. Oh, wow. Okay,
Ooh.
maximum damage. So, maximum damage to the dinosaur and half that to Ronnie. And at that point, this orb's gonna move this way. This one's gonna move this way. This one's gonna move this way. And there. All the orbs have moved. And I believe that is all he can do at present. So it is Waylon's turn.
I'm gonna move over here and do lay on hands to Finn.
Hang on, I gotta raise your audio. I'm losing you a little.
Is it better if I lean over like this?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. I moved 10 feet over, so I'm next to Finn. I'm gonna give her 5 lay on hands.
Okay. She
Does
heals
that
for
mean
5.
5 health? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
5 HP.
Gotcha.
The swirling
you.
energy from your paladin oath. You
Yep.
can feel Fabian giving you a little extra oomph there.
Cute. I will move up here.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay, in response, he's going to try to shoot at you. With another... Oh, wait, you failed that...
Dex save.
Right, so let's say you got moved... How far away? 15... No, 10 feet away. So you got moved here. Which
Okay,
actually
cool.
helps you in a weird way, because then you can charge
It really
up.
does. I don't mind being thrown back.
It's funny. It's a funny interaction there. You know, one of those things that's like hard to plan. I guess I could have planned it if I thought about it a little harder, but that's a really funny thing. Okay, so that's the end of Waylon's turn. Waylon's gonna take an arcane blast for 12. That 12, it'll soar by him and almost hit this orb over here. That's one legendary action down. Finn, it is your go.
Okay. She's going to hop over here and cast a bardic to Way.
Okay.
And then I think I am out of bardics.
Okay.
And then she's going to cast invisibility
On herself?
herself. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the rest of my movement, while invisible, is kind of just gonna hang out over here.
Okay. This music.
Yeah.
What's your bardic? It's a D6?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, it's been years.
50 is. And that's my turn.
Okay, great.
Also, I guess I uncast the daggers at this point, since that doesn't need to be there.
Okay, you uncast the daggers. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll delete it. So an
I mean, you
invisible
could move
creature.
him, and I could try to push him into him.
I don't think you can move.
I don't think they're
daggers.
movable.
I
Yeah.
can't move them, yeah.
It's not like Moonbeam or whatever it is. An invisible creature is impossible to see without the aid of magic or special sense. Creature is heavily obscured. It can be detected by noise or any tracks it makes. Attack rolls against it have disadvantage, and the creature's attack rolls have advantage. Just so we're all.
Would Waylon be able to kind of, since he's still got the detect magic up, does he still technically kind of know where Finn is?
Yes, I think because of your special friendship, you guys always know where each other are.
We have
works
air
too.
tags.
in
We have
your
magic
hearts,
air
yeah.
tags.
I imagine it's like predator vision where you can sort of see if you like squint, you know? Okay, so yeah, he's gonna try to still shoot in that general direction. He doesn't have any sort of magic sight like that would let him see, but he sort of saw where you disappeared, so he'll have disadvantage on the shots. Oh, that's Freedom Blast, my bad. Okay, so 12 will miss, right? Oof.
Yup. Barely.
Yeah, barely. Okay, so he misses, barely misses. It sails past and sort of scorches the ground in front of Oz. It's harder to see when you're invisible, isn't it? It is Oz's turn.
Oz, seeing the fight move away from his hand, just kind of wiggles the fingers on. It's like, I'm really good at this spell. I should have practiced beforehand. He looks at his torch, and happens to catch a glance of the orb right next to him. Is shocked for a moment. Is going to concentration on Earth and Grass, and is going to use Shadow Blade and go for a strike.
Okay, you're dropping concentration on, you said?
Yep, dropping con on Earth and Grass to cast a new con spell.
Okay, got it. Shadow Blade. And the Shadow Blade is on the orb?
Yep. And I'm guessing a 6 misses. Because
Well,
we're
they
not
are
in dim
kind
light,
of-
right?
They are kind of inanimate. I forget. No, it'll... I mean, you're not in dim light because you're holding the torch right next to it.
Yeah.
But they are inanimate objects, so it'll still hit it. So you can still do damage to it. That'll still hit.
Alright. One thing Ozzy can hit right now, something that doesn't move.
Okay, it'll take 8 psychic damage. It is still up, though.
Ozzy is going to go run to join his friend.
Okay, gotcha. And do you have access to moving that torch?
I mean, he's been holding. You mean mechanically? Yes,
Mechanically, yes.
I do. Any opportunity attacks or no?
No, none at all. They have no arms. The orbs are not capable of doing opportunity attacks.
Okay. Yeah, Oz is now just sprinting towards the party like a madman with the sword over his head and a torch in the other. He sort of looks a little bit like an angry mob from a monster movie.
You can see Stony, like, if he has like not really true eyes, but he has these like little like eye outlines that sort of like bubble and burble inside of his like head gem, and he looks to be squinting in the direction of Finn and where Oz is sort of behind, and it seems like he's concerned that he's gonna keep missing, so he says, I guess you'll have to do, and he's gonna aim at Waylon instead.
Oh, that hits.
That'll hit
Oh.
for 12 force damage.
Alright. Doing math, one moment.
I think my thing has reset because I used it before my last turn. So
Your reaction,
minimize-
yes.
yeah. So I'll reduce the damage again
Okay, great.
by 12.
Okay, great. How many of those do you have? Does that you can do that every turn?
That's infinity. As long as I have a reaction, I can do that.
That's crazy. But pretty cool.
The entire bit of damage. Damn.
I think Ronnie like hammers the blast like into the floor.
Yeah, just like
Angry stomp.
yeah, it's like coming out and just like bonk, and it's just a flat pancake of energy. Somehow it's like flattened on the ground. Stoney's like, that shouldn't be able to happen. I don't understand.
Knock it off!
I don't really understand. I think that's the last of Stoney's legendaries for this turn, right?
Phew.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Yes,
I'm
you
fine
don't
with it.
know. You're just happy that it's over. You don't know. You don't know.
Can I take a swing?
Oh yeah, of course. I was reading up on your thing because I've been trying to
I'm
learn
gonna
more about
use-
fighters.
My verdict.
Okay, the rumble it'll miss, but with bardic it will
No, it
hit. So you can roll damage. Okay, 5 bludgeoning, magical bludgeoning, I should say.
I'm gonna just throw another superiority die on there. I'll do. I guess I'll just do a pushing attack. Why not? Unless anyone wants to move a little bit as a reaction.
You look around your party and they've all just sort of gathered next to you and are looking like really focused
Cool.
on the battle. It's like, okay, I
I'm
think they might be where
then I'll
they want to be.
pushing attack again and try to get it so that there aren't other people in range of his freedom thing, or there are as few people as possible. So
Sure.
go ahead and
Strength save.
strength save.
Where would you? Okay, he saved, I think. That. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. But I still take extra damage, right?
Yes.
Is that the 5 bludgeoning extra? Okay, gotcha.
Nope, that was just the main one. An additional 7.
Oh, additional 7. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're trying to push him, and his like feeble little arms like shoot up and like somehow grab the hammer with a ting. No, I don't want to move any further. He's struggling, but he's still keeping it together.
Alright, that will be me.
Okay, Kelken, it is your go.
Is he still prone? Did he use his movement to get up last time?
Did he have a turn? I mean, he must have had a turn because that was your last thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
since
I
it
think
goes after me.
in my head he did because he didn't move
Okay.
otherwise.
Cool.
So yeah, he used whatever movement he had to get back up.
Is this a space I can move into just to get a bit more of a running?
Yes,
Run,
you can.
I
There's
guess.
like little rocks there, but you could easily, as a dinosaur, just hop right up on them.
Okay,
with your,
awesome,
with your
cool.
chicken legs.
That's insulting. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay.
And
So I will
delicious.
run up to him and take my 3 attacks.
Sure, yeah.
1, 2, 3. Wow. Okay.
So I should do strength save, right?
Yeah,
Okay, he passes. Right?
he does.
So you only do very little damage on him, so you get 1 claw off on
Yeah.
him. He's sort of like bobbing and weaving, like he's doing a Taskmaster thing where he's like studying your movements. I seem to understand
learning.
what you're trying to do. But like good Taskmaster, not like the one in that crummy movie I don't like very much. At least Florence is good. Why didn't they let Black Widow be cool in her own movie? God damn it, I'm getting angry again. Stupid everything after Endgame. Okay. Alright, so he takes a very slight amount of damage. You've got a little bit of blue dust on one of your talons as a result of that. And he looks at it and says, hey, that's fine.
Can I sniff it?
Yeah, you can. You can sniff it. It gets up your nose. Make a con save.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
You are super amped up and are just like really jittery now.
My eyes just go really wide. I'm like, oh hell yes.
You're finding it hard to concentrate. It's gonna be if you're doing any perception-based skills for the next 5 minutes, it might be a little difficult. It almost feels like you snorted pure magical weave essence into your brain.
You guys feel good? I feel really good. I don't know what's
really
up, but I
good.
feel
We should go
really, really,
dancing.
really good.
My mouth's really dry. Okay. Does that end your turn?
That does end my turn, yes.
Okay.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
You see Stony absorbing the essence of the weave. He's getting his legendary actions back. He's gonna try to do another Freedom Blast. So everyone needs to choose within
What is wrong with me?
15 feet. Everyone within 15
Wow.
feet make a dex
Hey.
save.
Wow.
Oh, thank God. Oh no, Ronnie.
Oh,
Something
what
is
the
wrong with this dice
fuck?
rolling system.
What?
Something is really wrong.
Okay, for those who can't see the chat very clearly, you got 3 natural 1s in a row and then 3 natural 20s in a row. That's legit nutso. Yeah, something would be wrong if it had all, you know, if the other rolls hadn't seemed pretty regular.
Ronnie
But-
also sneezing on a bunch of blue dust.
But yeah, so Finn, you're gonna be doing some sort of like cool invisible acrobatics move, and because of your
Hell
special
yeah.
connection with Wei grabs you as you're spinning in the air, grabs you, and you guys do like a spin and land safely next to one another. It
I
looks
can't touch him, otherwise I'm not invisible.
you can't what?
I don't think I can touch someone.
I
or
think you can
become
touch. You just
uninvisible.
can't perform like an action. But this is just you moving.
Okay.
This is just for flavor anyway. You remain
I love it.
invisible, and you guys, it's an amazing moment where even though Wei cannot really see you, he can sense where you're at and is able to. You guys are able to move together and help each other dodge out of the way of this thing. As for everybody else, that's 2 fails. So let's see how much damage you take. Okay, you both take 6 force damage, so that'll knock you out of wild shape. Cal-Ken, I'll bring you over
Yes,
here.
I cannot come back, thank you. Because I was stuck in the walls again.
So you'll take 1 damage to Cal-Ken proper, and you will be pushed over here. Ronnie, you will be pushed over here. And he's gonna move this orb closer to him. This orb will go this way. This orb will go this way. This one will follow. This one will follow. Oh, there's another one way over here. Okay, great. And yeah, that's the end of his turn. The dinosaur is just sort of biding his time over there. Are you out of wild shapes now?
No, I have one more. We took a long rest.
Okay,
Actually,
great.
no, that's a good point. I did turn into a wolf up there. Fuck, I am.
You're out? Oh, jeez. You turned
Oh,
into
boy.
a wolf during the choker combat?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah.
I remember getting pummeled by that giant thing many times.
Well, at least you can fairy fire Finn to make her visible.
To
I
make
know
her
you like
glow.
fairy fire. Okay, Waylon, it is your go.
Okay. This doesn't change what I plan to do too much, but how close does someone have to be for me to use Vivarius Thorn? Do I have to be next to them, or is it like in a range of 30 feet?
As a healing,
Yeah.
I believe that it is kind of like casting a spell. So I don't, if it's not written in what we've written, then let me see if I. This is one of those things where I invented the item, so it's sort of
Yeah.
my call. I would say
In
that
my
in my heart, I believe it's it would be like 30 feet if it doesn't say otherwise. There, let's see. Whether it's the one.
in the notes I didn't see a 30 feet. If it's within like stabby range, I can do that. Like I said, it doesn't change what I do. It just kind of changes order of operations.
Where's the where did we put that information?
I have it in the Wrath of Godkin loot. You
Gotcha.
have it in the text somewhere if you want to read through Pride and Prejudice and
No, I know that.
Little
I,
Dick.
I I have it on my other sheet as well, but I'm just sort of like, because I remember I learned something about the way they do things on Roll20, where it's like there's some place where you can put that information in the text.
Oh, yeah, because I had you help me with a thing.
Right. How? I feel like you can like pull something down that you weren't. It doesn't seem like you could pull down. That sounds
Yeah.
rude.
I know what you're on about.
I don't think it's in there though, but I can do a
It's
quick.
not.
I can do a quick check on Vivarius here.
Okay.
Okay. Nope, that's not it. Can heal a target for 2d6 plus 2. Yeah, it doesn't say, but let's say it's 30 feet from here on out.
Okay. If that's the case, I'm going to 2d6 heal Ronnie. They're
Okay.
looking a little rough.
Thank you.
Yep. Today I am a heal bot.
Ink. It heals everyone for everything's okay. Okay, for 4 healing, 4 HP.
Best I can do. And then I'm gonna go for a stab, please.
Very appreciated. Nice.
Another one for
As a
funsies.
bonus action. Damn, that is good.
Yeah.
I'm nice. Not in this combat, but in other times. Okay, that will just hit. Wait, that's both attacks. Yeah, both hit.
Yeah.
Both hit. Okay. It's 9 magical piercing. Are you smiting?
No, I'm not gonna smite. I only have one spell slot left.
Okay. So you chip away at this guy. And he's wobbling, but he's still doing well. You can tell he's been like under half for a while now since we started this thing today, this session today. But he's still hanging in there for now. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I already used my bonus and I bonus and action. We're good to go.
Okay, he's going to try to shoot Kelken with an arcane blast.
Oh,
That very much hits.
Okay, that'll hit for 16 force.
Okay.
That brings us to Affinity Finn Amberfield.
Wow, my full name. So official.
I'm just reading what the turn order
Somebody's
says.
in trouble.
Okay.
Please,
So
Thanks,
We're gonna-
Stream Elements.
hippity hop over here. And also, I guess I'm popping out of invisibility because this is technically what I was, we're just buying some time here. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Ronnie.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, and I am no longer invisible.
I got you 7 healing points to Ronnie.
7 plus 7 because my modifier is 7, so 14 healing.
Wonderful.
Love that.
Big heals.
Big heals.
Ah, there you are. Stoney's gonna fire an arcane
Oh
blast.
my
at you.
god.
Pew pew.
What did I do to him?
Existed. Ha 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 ha. Oops. 25
Well-
Ooh.
That sure does hit.
for 14 force damage.
Okay.
When's the last time I did my thing? Might have been. No, I think it was right before my turn.
When was your turn?
Ugh.
It was on Waylon's previous.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was when Waylon got hit. So when did Waylon get hit?
Not last turn. Yeah, my last turn was just now. I think it was the one before.
Yeah,
Right,
I
so
think
my
you can
reaction
use.
is that.
Yeah, you can use it.
I do it. For
Nice.
12.
So it goes down to 5. Your damage was reduced to 5.
Isn't it
Awesome.
reduced to
Okay.
2? Because it's
Eh?
9 plus my proficiency.
Ah. Okay, so it's reduced to 2 then.
Okay, I was at 22, so okay. Math.
Just
Math.
add. What's your proficiency?
Give yourself 12
3?
back.
Yeah, 12 back.
12 back.
So 18.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, Torch, it is your turn.
Oh wait, for the rest of my movement, can I?
I thought you were done. I'm sorry.
No,
This
that's
should have
okay.
happened at the end. of your turn.
I'm going to just sort of, well, I'm gonna turn to Ronnie and just be like, let him chase us, and then I'm gonna back up.
That's not okay. How I do things.
Okay. Torch, it's your go.
Alright, well, Oz, wielding the torch, running towards Stony, gets distracted by a shiny orb, and is going to use a cantrip that I have wanted to use, and I can finally use it how I want to. He's going to use Booming Blade with his Shadow Sword on the orb. So it will
Yeah.
take an additional 1d8 damage, and if it willingly moves before Ozzy's next turn, it takes an additional 2d8 of damage.
Does this auto hit?
It's the orb, so it's a weapon attack.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna say you obliterate it. Like, yeah, you obliterate it. It explodes and it is done. That was pretty good. I could bring it back, but you'll probably just kill it again.
Oz, who still has movement, hears Stony talk, just turns to look at him, and starts to move towards him, but not running this time, because he remembered his friends getting hurt when they got too close, so he's going to give a little bit of space until he can smack again.
I was just picturing Ozzy doing a Naruto run.
As a reaction, Stony is going to bring back that orb, but he's going to put it near himself. Oz is Naruto running. That's the end of your turn movement and attack, yeah?
Movement, action, and he's not going to use a bonus action.
Okay, he is Stony is going to use his bonus action to move this orb into his own space. He's going to use...
Bonus action?
Or, I'm sorry, his legendary action. To move the orbs into his space. He's going to move all the orbs, basically. But he's moving this one into his space. And you can see him absorbing the power of that orb.
God damn it.
Oh, fuck.
Nom, 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 nom.
That really hits the spot. This orb moves here. This orb moves here. This orb moves here. This orb moves here. Boy, some of you are really slow. It is Ronnie's turn.
I think Ronnie is looking somewhat panikedly at Finn, like, I shouldn't go ahead.
I mean,
I can't do anything from back here. I guess that's not true. I could shoot him with an arrow, but it's not as good.
You hear Stoney's voice in your mind. Ronnie, you must follow your heart.
I run up and hit him.
Ow! Your heart is mean.
Finn face palms.
I don't want to go that way. What are you doing?
Alright, I'm gonna try
Boom.
a push attack.
It hits. Okay, I'm gonna do my
So
war
total
dance
of
now.
16 damage.
14?
That fails. My save is 15.
Ah, okay, so I am pushed.
So
Cool.
yeah, just like right back into the corner, and then apologetically, Ronnie will run back.
See, I'm back, wagging tail.
I'm sort of struggling. Ugh.
I mean,
How far back do I go? Do I get pushed into the wall?
Yeah, I mean, if he was here, right? I don't think he can go further than the wall, but wherever.
Yeah, but
you-
we'll say you're pushing him into the wall,
Determine.
so maybe
Yeah.
roll a d6 for bludgeoning damage on that.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Okay, 3, so that's just gonna add a +1 to whatever magical bludgeoning. So you did, how much damage? You did 16?
16.
So 17 total. Okay, so you've successfully negated and gone over the healing he just received on himself. Whoa, that was brutal. I'm quite impressed. Quesadillas are so good.
Stoney says.
Wow, this tastes great. I wish I could eat. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to try to shoot at Way. 23
Oof.
for 12 force. He shoots another blast straight at Way's chest.
It's fine.
Okay, Cal, it is your go.
Okay, cool. I will erupting earth that.
Okay.
He has to make a dex save because that.
Nice.
Ooh.
I drew it for you, so you can move that if you want. Dex
Okay,
save.
cool. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, 10. So
Oh,
that
yeah.
misses. 3d12 bludgeoning damage on a failed
Oh!
save.
Oh,
So
damn.
22. Boom, big bada boom.
Ooh, nice.
Should we assume that sphere also has exploded?
Oh yeah, that sphere definitely explodes. That sphere is done.
Oh yeah.
I'll
And then I'm
move
just
it.
gonna make like a peace symbol and disappear because I have my hidden step as a furball.
Okay. So that allows you to turn invisible? Or just move into the
Yes,
shadows? Okay, gotcha.
No, it allows me to turn invisible.
Okay, gotcha. Alright, so he takes a whopping... The ground around him, there's already a bunch of rubble around him, and what happens is these big spires that look like crystalline spires come from the ground, and they just shoot up, and rather than impaling him, they knock up the rubble that's already there and just collide it into Stony, making sort of a Stony sandwich against the wall. He gets sort of smashed and cracked against this wall, and he takes a massive magical bludgeoning attack as a result of that. He is not looking so hot right now. Well, I feel like...
As I fade out, I'm like, you got any more of that good stuff?
I feel like you guys are close to learning your lesson.
You could just let us pass.
I suppose I could. He's like contemplating, but he looks pretty weary. If you'd like, Ronnie, you can make an attempt to persuade him, but the DC will be high on it.
I have a -1. I think Ronnie says that in a pretty angry voice. Maybe what they said is, you could have just let us pass.
Well, you can still roll for it. I'm still willing, if you want to try.
Yeah.
Can I help Ronnie?
Sure.
Okay, wait, how do I help?
You can just
Shoulders
chime
calm
in with
down.
something.
Suggestively wink at Stony.
Waggle a shoulder.
A whiplash of those two things.
Just doing
The
some
old rabble
Elaine
babble.
dancing.
Hold on, I lost my... There we go.
Oh, wow. Well, the way it should work is that Ronnie should make another roll.
Oh, right, whoops.
Because you're using the help action to...
Ignore my insanely amazing persuasion,
Yeah, it's really good.
modifier.
You just got a 24 to persuade Ronnie to try again.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant you could still just let us go.
Alright. You have, he is not persuaded. No, we are close to the end. Let's finish this. But you can tell that between what you guys have said, it seems like you have made a little bit of progress with him. So I guess what I mean to say is that repeated attempts to do this might be more successful. And so he's going to make an arcane blast at Oz. Oz is in range, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
We've done some damage to his resistance to persuasion.
He's going to do 13 force damage to Oz.
Oz is now very hurt.
This orb's going to move here. 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 1, 2, 3, 4. He is going to, as a bonus action, bring some of those dead orbs back to try to fly near him so he can sort of heal himself. So even though this one is appearing sort of near Oz, you get the immediate sense that he's positioning them to fly towards him. And that is his turn. Wei, it is your go.
I think Wayland sees Stoney's resolve kind of waver and just... Look, guy, Ronnie's not exactly your biggest fan right now, but I'm kind of ambivalent. Why don't we just we can just say this is a tie. We can just let this go. We've still gone through all this dungeon. It's not that either party isn't strong enough, obviously. Gestures to how half the party, or the entire party, is bloody, and Stony is also bloody.
Make a persuasion roll. I'm not
Oof.
sure. I'm not sure it is allowed for me to give up quite yet. I'm sorry. Since talking is a free action, I'm going to let you attack too if you want to.
Okay, I'm gonna be a dick. I want to aim for the orb
Okay.
Nice.
with a crossbow.
Smart.
That'll hit.
Oof. Oh, that will hit? Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Which orb? There's one here and there's one...
Yeah.
Okay.
That one. I can't see the one that you
In
just
the
clicked
wall.
on. I can only see this guy.
It's
Gotcha.
in the other one's in the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, sorry. Okay, well then I will put this one here. But it is not going to be a threat to you, Kelkin. It is coming towards. He just has limited space. So you've cracked this orb, and it is sort of wobbling, but it is still up. Stony's taken so much damage at this point that he's having trouble performing his legendary actions. So he's just going to roll a d20. And he is able to find the power to get one off, and so he's going to try to shoot at Ronnie. He'll hit for 15 force damage.
Oh, Jesus.
Finn,
All good.
Finn, it is your go.
Okay. Well, if you're not gonna give up, then we're gonna do this. And she's going to cast Dissonant Whispers
Okay, cool.
at him. Where are you?
Okay, wisdom save.
Yep.
Okay, he passes.
Nah.
Oh, fuck.
Careful, you might not want to be right next to these guys.
Is it half damage
Yeah.
on a fail, or is it?
Yeah, it's half damage.
Alright, I'm just gonna pop up right over here. It is half damage, so I guess he takes
5.
5. Yeah.
You can see it sort of like the psychic energy sort of rattling his head. It almost looks like it's going to pop off like a Rock'em Sock'em robot. He's still up though.
I think that's all I got.
Okay, he's going to try again. To do another attack. Oh, and he gets it off. All right, this one is going to be at Finn. He's going to try to aim at her. 16.
Does Finn get covered
No hits.
Get covered by...
Okay. Rock.
by Kelkin and Waylon being right in front of her?
No, he's shooting in the area between you guys.
Ah.
Because you
I'll
guys
just
aren't
use
5
my,
feet wide.
My Valorous shield and run up and take that.
Okay. Okay, so you'll take this damage.
Wait,
And since
is that a
it'll
good
have
idea?
it for you, right?
Yeah.
Because, okay, so it'll be 9 damage to you. That was a good move. That was a really good move, Ronnie.
holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That was a really good
Jeez.
move, Ronnie.
Oh.
Trust me when I say that. Okay. You are all such good friends. I'm so inspired. It is now the Torch's
You made us
turn.
take a weird oath.
An oath of love. Love. He seems like he's like getting a little deranged as he keeps taking damage. Owl, it is your go.
Ozzy took a lot of damage. He pauses to think for a second,
Go for the orb.
and he sees all of his friends very hurt, and he is very hurt. He is just gonna run straight for Stony with the sword.
Okay.
On Booming Blade, so it does nice little extra damage.
Okay.
Sorry about the difficult terrain.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Can you make it, Oz?
Yeah, but they were only 20
Yeah,
feet
because
away.
he was
So-
20 feet away, and I think only 10 of it was in the difficult, right?
5,
10,
10,
15, 20,
20,
25,
30.
30.
Yeah, that's exactly. Wait,
I think it was exactly.
5,
Yeah, I thought it was exactly.
20, 30, right?
Yeah, that should be exact.
Can Ozzy not make it? He can go for an orb instead.
I think you can, because it looks like you're also drawing from where you were rather than the next one.
I think I'm
Which would be
reading it
where
wrong.
you're
5 feet,
5.
15, 25. Am I wrong? Where were you? You were here?
Right.
Here.
Was he there?
5,
Also.
10, 15, 20, 25. Whatever. I don't really care. I'm gonna allow it because it's like 35, but
If
I feel
Ozzy
like
needs to
Oz
go
is...
back, he could go target something else.
No, this is fine.
He could go not be an idiot and go get out of range.
No, I think this is like Oz is able to like heroically push forward. What's happening is that like Oz is sort of making a last stand to inspire the rest of the team to like rush in and take this guy down.
I think Ronnie sees this and is like realizing they don't have the ability to do another one of these things. And he's like, no!
Yeah, Oz has been told many times, these are your friends, and Oz very much wants to protect his friends.
So he's pushing through, and it manages to get an extra 5 feet of movement out of that by climbing over the rubble a little bit, and is able to get there.
He flapped his little bird arms and made it over 5 feet.
A tiny flutter.
Okay, so you're gonna Booming Blade.
Yeah, Booming Blade, so I need to attack with the Shadow Blade.
Okay.
Ozzy. Oh, wait, do I have luck points? I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
Oz needs his moment. Oz might not be getting his moment.
No.
Okay.
Aw.
He's missing with the I want him to have this moment, but he took the torch with him. If only he had run without the torch, we could have retconned it
Torch's
instead.
turn.
I know, it's the
This is what I'm
torch's
doing
turn.
for being a dumb and rolling for the torch, is Oz has to have the torch on him.
As he's making this valiant stand and like falling forwards, missing in this attack, falling on top of this difficult terrain, you can see in Stoney's eyes, he's like looking around the group, and he's just like, it looks like if he could cry, he would be like about to cry. And in this moment, he does not make a legendary action or even attempt to do it because he's so distracted by the emotion of the moment. Ronnie, it is your go.
We'll run up 10, 15, 20. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to be here or here, but it doesn't super matter because I can hit
Yeah,
either
you can still
way.
hit.
I'm not gonna still be like, doesn't have to be like this. Swinging the hammer up and trying to take a hit.
Okay.
Oh, fuck
That'll
me.
miss.
I'm gonna second wind.
Okay. So that adds to that roll?
No. That just is a healing thing.
Oh, okay.
I think Ronnie's like, feeling bad and like their heart is like getting not quite in it. They're like very anxious about us, but are like, you don't have to do this.
He's what's happening right now is that everyone's like breathing heavy. Everyone's getting ripped apart by this combat, and Stony, who's been sort of talking and chipper throughout this whole thing, is just completely silent and is just staring at the party right now. Is that the end of your turn, Ronnie?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Kelken, it is your go.
I'm trying to figure out what to do because I don't have any ranged. I have one ranged spell, but it explodes, and Oz is in danger.
Oh no.
You could, if you want, you could go for this orb, which is cracked, or there's the orb that's right next to you.
That is true. What are the chances I can get him with just a regular staff attack if I just run up to him like a crackhead?
Do you
10, 15,
Oh,
20.
closer,
I
yeah.
have the movement for it. You know what? He is high out of his mind. So,
You're right. Yeah, you're making a perception-based judgment right now, and you've just snorted this thing.
So
Everything
Kelkin
inside
pops out of
you-
invisibility. His left eye is like twitching, and he just like starts to stumble, like shamble forwards, like stumbling over terrain but not caring, and just like gets up to him and tries to hit him with his quarterstaff.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And
Okay, it'll
beautiful.
miss.
That's all. I can do nothing else.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
All right. Stony is going to move this orb closer, but it can't. Well, it's not actually touching the ground, so it can move a little bit closer. These orbs are slowly moving towards them. They seem to have lost all focus on attacking, and they're just going in to heal Stony. He looks at you. He looks at you all and is like, sort of musing aloud. It's like his like combat sense is lost. See, this condescending cruelty is sort of fading. He says, "I wonder, what is the true meaning of friendship?" He sort of hovers.
Is there any chance you'd let me use calming presence on him? Just to like sort of finally de-escalate this without anyone dying? Or try?
In terms of, I would allow you to notice his moment of weakness right here and try to attempt to de-escalate however you can. If you think there's a logical way to do that, then I would go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ronnie's not charismatic, but they have this ability calming presence, which this isn't really what it's about, but it sort of feels like, hey, we don't have to be fighting, maybe.
You can
and maybe that's just like someone else gets an advantage on a persuasion check or something, because this isn't their specialty.
What I would like for you guys to do is, you see Ronnie reaching out with their super long arms and placing a hand on Stony, not in attack, but in just as a way of saying, like, it doesn't have to be this way. At this moment, you guys are all feel this weird, like, that feeling when your arm falls asleep coming from the symbol that was imbued on your hands. And you look down and it's sort of glowing with the same light as Stony, as if he's somehow connected to this friendship oath that you guys have just recently sworn. And you get this sense that you are connecting with him on some sort of intrinsic level. And something inside you tells you that if you have anything to say to him to de-escalate this, each of you should try to say it now.
Please don't kill my friends.
I hope you can tell we mean no harm. to anything beyond this gate, anyone on the island that we can help protect, we will.
We don't want this for ourselves. This isn't a personal thing.
Kelly, you can sort of feel the the addled nature of the dust also diffusing and yourself
Thank you.
snapping out of it.
Thank you. I just like he's very small and like friendly looking, right?
He's about the same size as Oz.
I'd like to just give him a hug.
Finn, is there anything you want to say?
If they're gonna keep fighting, I'm gonna keep healing, so you might as well end it now.
Okay, I want everybody to make a persuasion, and I'd like yeah, everyone make a persuasion roll. I'd like Ronnie,
Ooh.
Ronnie and Oz and Kelkin to do so with advantage.
Yep.
Okay. The majority of the party rolled super well on that. And as a result of that, you see Stony slowly powering down. You see the orbs all around you crack and shatter and
Can I
fade
try to
away.
grab one and be like, "Will this help you?"
Before you can, you get the sense radiating out of this thing on your hand that Stony isn't in real mortal peril. You get the sense that Stony has had a epiphany of some sort. And as Stony is reached by your words and feels the embrace of this hug, Kel, you guys all feel this power emanating from Stony's body, and it picks you guys up and places you just outside this difficult terrain. And you can see Stony going to the center of it and using his force magic to destroy this difficult terrain and flatten the land. And you can see him slowly regenerate so that he is at almost back to his full capacity again. The cracks in him are fading, and he's going to reach out to you guys, and he is going to give you each 20 points of healing.
Should I switch back to dungeon music?
I just like that kicked in right at a moment where I was like, ah, shit.
You can switch back to dungeon or creepy. You can feel just in this moment where something has changed and he is healing you, and you can tell for this moment that the combat has ended. You're not exactly sure why or what's happened, but you know for a fact that your words did reach him, your actions did reach him. He could feel the sincerity. And he's gone back to the center of the room, and he almost feels like he has changed to a certain extent. He's just like gone from being an antagonist to just to like a more serene form. The way he's floating seems more at ease and at peace. He looks at you all left and right, and he just says, "Thank you. You have completed this trial. You have opened my eyes as well. You've provided with me an answer. I do not think now that the oath is necessary. However, it may aid you, and I would like to provide help for you along your journey, if I can, and in that way, perhaps it will be useful. I have long thought that the people who came to this chamber would need that sort of incentive, or be ripped apart by their own greed, their lust for power, the old ways, the things that happened to the gods of old, that happen to all things when they try to cling to power. But you are different. I do not sense these things in you. Maybe here or there, but not in an overwhelming sense. In a deeply, well, for some of you, a human way. But you are people whose goals are very unlike the average folk. I wish to congratulate you. You have earned the reward that is waiting for you. And with that, he is going to open this wall. The wall sort of pulls apart. There's this big circular seal on it that actually pulls to one side, and the stone doors slide away and open up into this room that is just packed with treasure. And in the center of it, this giant mechanical device that looks like some sort of huge construct suit of armor. And he stands to the side. Please, enjoy. Take what is yours, and I will answer any questions that you have. You have earned it.
What exactly is this? I mean, the treasure seems self-explanatory, but that seems to be some sort of advanced machine. It's like nothing I've ever seen before.
You are both right and wrong. It is a very, very impressive form of technology, capable of things that have long been forgotten, but it is also ancient. It is not exactly cutting edge, although few things have surpassed it in the time since its creation. This is what is known as a Terabane Mecha. It is responsible for one of the great events that ended the old world. It is what the heroes of old used to seal away the gods.
Well, sure, stream can't see the room.
Okay, I'm going to move the camera over for you. Thank you for letting me know.
Oh, do you know how it is used?
Yes. As you can see, the suit is quite big. And as you look at it, it looks like you would need to be much larger than a Goliath, even larger. Maybe some people in your village, Kelken, could operate it, but just due to sheer muscle and bulk and size. But it doesn't look like it was meant, based on the operating systems that they have inside. You can just sort of like climb up and get a good look at it. It is a little bit intimidating, so you might be, trepidatious about getting any closer. But Stony seems to be welcoming and unafraid of letting you move forward and inspect it. And he hovers up to sort of show you anything that you might want to look at it. But it doesn't look like it is. You might expect it to be like a suit that you put on and it wraps around you, or it have a seat inside and you operate it like it's a vehicle. But it doesn't seem to have either, and it doesn't seem to be the way it looks like someone would wear it. It almost looks like you would have to have like a terribly broken back to wear it. It almost doesn't look like it was designed for humanoids to use.
Guys, do you mind if I call Kiki over? It seems like this is what is the source of whatever he was feeling, right?
Does it seem like the worm could use it?
Oh, probably not, but I feel like he's been waiting for us to investigate this thing for ages. I feel like he would probably... Maybe he has some insight on exactly what this is. He is very old after all, just like this.
Are you saying this so that Stony can hear you?
Yeah, I think we.
Yeah.
I don't have any reason to be holding my tongue in front of Stony at this point.
When you say I don't think he could use this, Stony will turn to you and be like, you might be surprised.
Look at that. I don't think it works for it. Bipeds with a spine.
Looking inside of it, it looks like the place where your lumbar support might go is like curved forward in such an unnatural way that, yeah, maybe there are all these little holes inside of it. If you'd like to, you can make a nature or a intelligence check here to sort of try to discern how this thing is operated. As you're looking at this, Kel, you can see that there are, rather than like a joystick or some sort of lever or other, like a wheel, any sort of piloting system from inside, it is just like a cylindrical shaft that bends and curves in what would be unnatural ways for any biped, but it has on the inside a bunch of holes all around this, like a colander almost, that lead deeper into the suit of armor. And it's you think back to the ridges and the spikes on Kiki's body, and you wonder if he might, those things that he uses that sort of stick out from his sides, if he might be able to use those. And even this place that looks like a space for his teeth to fit into it, to operate this thing. It almost feels like this was perfectly designed with a Megalithari in mind. And
I can see why he might have sensed his people down here. Even if it's not them, they may have left some sort of, I don't know, essence, some mark of their presence in this thing that he may have picked up on.
That could be.
Like it belonged to them?
Well, yeah, and I just kind of point out how it's, like you were pointing out, how it's cylindrical just like his body, how the spikes and ridges might slot into the different things. It seems like it was kind of custom made to fit him and his species.
Stony, you said before you weren't going to answer until after the battle.
Yes. You
Did
may
the
ask
dwarves? Did the dwarves and the gnomes help make this armor, or were
That
they
is
just
correct. The dwarves and the gnomes provided all of their engineering knowledge. The dwarves specifically helped outfit its physical battle capabilities. As you can see, this arm here, and he pulls at a lever on the side of it, and its arm sort of changes its construction, and where what used to look sort of like a cannon turns into a massive drill that you could tell could be used for excavation. This here is used for mining, but can also be used in combat. The gnomes made sure this would fit perfectly and be operable by a Megalithari. This was also made in conjunction with the elves, who made sure that the Megalithari's magical blood and abilities to communicate with the arcane and the weave could be used to power some abilities that this device has. These additional abilities that affect the weave specifically were what the heroes of old, the sealers, the god sealers, used to seal away the gods behind the elder glass. However, it was not just one device such as this that was capable of such a feat. Several of these devices were used in conjunction, each piloted by Megalithari. The Megalithari joined the heroes of old in battle and united their powers and used that ability to seal away the gods, creating the Elder Glass and the Age of Innovation and our modern age as we know it.
I guess that explains why there's not really a lot of them left.
And that explains why Nautilus wants this. If this is the only thing that... He's only part god. If this thing is capable, if a fleet of these things is capable of sealing the gods themselves, I feel like one is plenty to take out a godkin.
Yes, but there is also something else. You might consider the fact that what would happen if someone were to accrue several of these and attempt to undo the sealing. It could create a new age of the gods.
Wouldn't they require Megalithari with them to operate these things? They seem inoperable to any other sort of species.
That is correct.
Stony, who sent you here?
I've been here for many, many years. After the Age of the Gods had ended and the gods were sealed away, these Terabane armor sets were sealed away as well, separated and hidden, so that they could not be misused, as they are, as you have realized now, quite powerful. And so, as one of the few final missions in their alliance, the elves, the gnomes, and the dwarves worked to find safe places, secure, remote places to hide them, this being one of them.
Are they all to be operated by Megalithari?
Yes, that is correct.
Didn't Kiki say his kin had been hunted?
Yes, the Megalithari have been sought after and have hidden away.
Should we just tell Kiki to flee? Like, if he runs, if he hides, if he goes to find his people who are hidden somewhere safe, this thing is as good as a, heap of scrap, right?
Could we destroy it? Make sure no one uses it?
Yeah, we should break it, right?
I would not recommend that.
If this is made by dwarves and gnomes and elves, the engineering's gonna be idiot-proof.
It would be quite difficult to destroy, and there may come a time when it could be very valuable or useful to you. Having such a thing would be an important thing. Even sealing it away and keeping it here would be preferable.
Well then, can we trust Kiki to keep it safe and, use it?
Should we call him and just figure out what he has to say on this?
You could also have Kiki dig like a really big hole and stick it at the bottom of the hole where only he could get to it.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna call Kiki?
Do we remember what Kiki's... Stony, you said that it is difficult for the Megalithari to act in a dishonest way. So much has happened. Do any of you recall what Kiki's goals are? I thought that he simply wanted to find if there were any of his kin here.
Yeah, he did.
I wouldn't want... I trust Kiki. And if we decide to share this, I will go with that plan. I am concerned that perhaps in discovering that there are none of his kin here, he might use this to wreak havoc on the island.
I feel like he's been level-headed so far. You know?
This
The
isn't
mega-
proof that his people are dead or anything. They're just not here, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if anything,
true.
it's what Stony said. There could definitely be more.
Be other suits elsewhere with guardians keeping them as well.
I have it on good
Megalothar-
authority that other Megalothari do exist, but they are not on this island.
That is real. A little flash of Ronnie's annoyance earlier comes out. Is like you can sort of read like this would have been cool to know. Okay, but thank you. That's very useful.
You're welcome.
Yes, I think unless anyone has other concerns, I think we should invite Kiki here. We can have this discussion perhaps with him as well.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
tap
Sorry,
on the
I'm
ground with
past-
my staff and like the sort of rhythm that we described earlier to let him know that everything's okay and he can come through. Wait, Stony, the magical barrier is down, right? Our friend should be able to get in here with no problem.
Yes, I can drop it now and create a tunnel through the barrier so that only he may enter. That way we are safe.
That would be great. Thank you. And then I'll yeah.
I also think Ronnie has maybe been like hanging real close to Stony and like just maybe puts up a big hand on if there's like a shoulder or something. Thank you.
Yeah, a very stubby shoulder, but yes, there is one.
Awkward. They're looking for like where do you put. They don't want to do on the head. That feels condescending.
This is what Stony looks like, in case you forgot.
Crystalline Baymax.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they try to do like a predator handshake.
As you were tapping the ground, giving the secret signal to Kiki, you hear a rumbling from the ground nearby, and Kiki emerges. Ah, my friends, what have you? What is this? And he looks around, and you see a look of disappointment that there are no other Megalothari here. But then he sets eyes on the armor, and he sort of like curls around it and begins to like test it with his feelers on his teeth. And what is this? It cannot be. The Terrabane is real. You have found it. Oh my. I never would have guessed this legend was true. But my people are not here, are they? Very strange.
No.
Not here, but somewhere.
And Stoney's gonna come over to him. Ah, it is remarkable and wonderful to see a Megalothari up close. I have wanted to do so for so long. Yes, you might find this suit very interesting. I would be quite intrigued to see if you can operate it. Of course, that is your choice. Yes, I will need a moment to understand. And in that moment, we're going to take a brief midway break. Good work getting through that combat, guys. That was getting pretty hairy there.
Oh yeah.
We are going to use the restroom facilities, grab some bevies, and we will be right back in, let's say 6 minutes after the hour. So yeah, we'll be right back. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Right.
It's over here. Okay, we are back. So we've just completed this situation. It's pretty crazy. Thought everything looked a little smushed. How does that look? It's about
Yeah,
the
that's
same.
better.
Yeah.
Everything looked smushy. How about that? How about that? Catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah.
First.
It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times. So you've got Kiki standing before this Terabane Mecha armor suit, and he's inspecting it, and he turns to everyone, and he's like, "This was used by my people, or it is said to have been used by my people during the sealing away of the gods. They wore these. It was..." And he sort of like looks away, trying to find the words for it. "Monumental. A strange and heart-rending undertaking for my people to join in armed combat, as it is not our nature. We wish for peace. It is what sets us apart from the gods, who are said to love chaos and, at times, ridiculous behavior." And way you feel in your head, Fabian finally pipes up after he's been quiet since passing through this gate previously. And he's like, "Oh, please." He seems like he's still in a bad mood. "I feel that this is the source of the energy that was calling to me. I feel..." He turns to you, Oz. "Do you sense its radiance, its magical energy as well, little wizard? It feels so strong to me. I feel as though there is some blood in it yet, the lingering blood of my people. It is said that only we can operate such a thing, as it is powered by our blood. The same blood that the goblins would steal from me. So it was with some trepidation that I consider such a thing. It seems it would be a great honor to wear it, an affront to my very nature to wear it, and quite painful."
Well, you don't have to if you don't want to. It's just like a what's it called? Family heirloom?
That is perhaps a good way of putting it. Yes, it could be quite painful to be fitted inside of it. However, it is designed for Megalothari use, and as it was designed with Megalothari in mind, it should be less painful than anything that an idiot goblin could conceive. You do not have to wear the suit. However, I have some information that might be quite useful to you. Perhaps I should have revealed it earlier. He looks to Ronnie.
Ronnie tries to keep a poker face.
This suit, and Megalothari in general, are the object of those who wish to destabilize this current world and its new order. You know them as the Godkin. One of those Godkin surfs around this very island. He is always on the hunt for this. There is a bit of a competition between the Godkin to find these. They work for someone, a ruler, the head of the Godkin, and I believe he has a plan. He is searching through the weave, even as we speak. It is why even I, a construct, who is only born to live here, in this boring cave, and wait for heroes such as yourselves, to put them to the test, am able to learn of certain things. The weave is like a vast web, and when something plucks at one of the strings, I am able to sense it, and I put together those stories as best I can. Of course, these Godkin are always interacting and attempting to regain their power through the blood of the Megalithari. It is safe to say that where there are Godkin, there are likely either living Megalithari still, or remnants of them. There is a chance that these Megalithari have been hunted for their blood and mistreated. I'm sorry to say. This is a terrible thing. There were so few of us anyway. Yes, it is true. But perhaps with the power of this suit and the power of your friendship, he points at you guys' wrists and your hands, you will be able to prevent them from achieving their goals. Then, perhaps it will be up to you to say who uses or does not use these suits. I suppose that is another question you may ask yourselves. Do you prefer life as it is, or would you like the gods to retain their former glory? You do not have to answer that now, but it is something to consider. I'm sure some of you, more than others, have strong feelings about the gods. He looks to Ronnie and then he looks away. You can almost feel Fabian tensing up. And then suddenly Fabian leaps from your head and appears before everyone. Ah, my friend, do you see? Yes, I see. The object of my very destruction, as it were. And he sort of like, even in spirit form, playfully gives the thing a kick. You can tell he's trying to put on a brave face way, just based on your natural insight into him. But he's
I
still...
thought you were a dark fae?
Oh, enough of the chicanery and charades. I am one of those that you pray to, Ronnie. I am one of those that remain.
Mm. Ronnie does a shallow bow.
That won't be necessary. Even I know I'm not very impressive anymore, though I hope I've been some help to you. You did survive
It
that
is not out of
Ronnie a thumbs up.
only out of respect.
There's nothing left to respect. Because of Kiki's family and these machines, the gods were sealed away. I have to admit, I feel quite ambivalent about the whole thing. But this isn't my story, and it's not my adventure, of course. I need some time to think. And he pops back into Waylon's head. Ah, this must be very hard for him.
Yeah, he's had a rough day. I don't know, the gate was weird.
Stony, you said that the Godkin are kind of, or their leader anyway, are kind of picking through the weave to try and find the Megalithari and these suits. Given that the magical barrier went down for a second just now, do you think that might have sent out a ping as to our location? I'm just wondering if we're on a time crunch.
As you're talking, you feel Stony hugging you. Your hug was quite nice before. It really spoke to me. Thank you.
No, he blushes and starts
His
to
arms
stutter.
are like really stubby. He can barely reach like to your sides. He's just sort of grabbing your stomach.
Tony, did you say that this could... Oh, sorry.
To answer his question
Right, shut
first, I do not believe that this... I do not believe that the god can have that capability. If they had such precision of arcane inspection and location, they might have gotten here sooner than you did.
Well, thank you for keeping this safe for so long, and
It is
I
my
guess
only
depending on
job.
our actions today.
You did well. I was supposed to fight until the very end, or at least to the very end of my capabilities. But I was inspired, and perhaps distracted, by something you all shared. I've spoken to it already, but it was quite impressive. I am not accustomed to being around creatures without a deep sense of obligation. You know, when the elves and the gnomes and the humans and the dwarves worked together, it was out of a sense of duty. They wanted to stop the gods and make a world where they could truly be free. But even so, it was a tenuous alliance. They wished to do this to help themselves, but as you know of your current world, this is not the case anymore. That alliance no longer truly stands. Anyone who would like to can make a history check, based just to know how much you know about politics right now.
Color Finn a politician.
Finn, based on all the rumors and all of what your dad has taught, and the fact also that you are positioned sort of closest in Sylvandia, your continent, or your country, I should say, just south of some of the dwarves, and just across the ocean from the gnomes, and being in sort of like a human city. You've got, and a port city, you've gotten a lot of earfuls from your dad and your family and your uncle about all of this stuff. And you know that now that everybody has home base, this is just the way things are and have been for hundreds of years. Everybody sort of keeps to their own and is sort of hoarding their own secrets. So even the notion that any of the groups could have come together to fuse their best abilities, the elves' magic, the gnomes' engineering, and the dwarves' just like materials and their ability to construct things and build things for practical use, and especially for excavation and moving in terrain, it's kind of remarkable. And it's weird that something that looks so usable now. It looks rusty and old, but it definitely looks like nothing that anyone has made in recent years. It looks really interesting. So yeah, it's right now, you know that for a long time it was the age of innovation. People, when the gods were sealed away, everyone was coming up with new incredible things, airships, a lot of the modern sailing ships too, the technology that they use to just make sea travel so much faster. The Tequasil post office and messenger system, and some of the portal systems that they use to teleport between major cities. Things like this happened as a result of the fact that the mortal races now had free reign to not worry about either really attacks by dragons or the gods. And so they were able to share their secrets and live in a paradisical time, paradise time. And that's just not the way things are right now. After a while, everybody just started getting selfish again, and fighting for their own kind. And things have sort of stagnated in terms of innovation. And that's just something that you were able to piece together based on the things that you've learned, books you've read, and everything that your uncle has waxed poetic about. And Oz, you know some of this as well from your from both your position, because it's same thing with you, Kelken, because you guys are all sort of from the same region, generally, the northeast of Sylvandia, and have some proximity to both human and dwarven cities, and know a little bit about the elves just in passing. And yeah, in general, you know that the cities tend to keep to themselves and are like a little bit of inner competitiveness, but it's not some brilliant age of. There's a lot of politicking now, and a lot of trying to like pull the wool over people's eyes, more so than everyone works together and pools resources. But that's pretty much all you're able to tell based on what Stony is hinting at there. Waylon's an apolitical chud. Yeah, he doesn't know. He just knows how to eat hot chip and lie.
True.
As you guys are discussing this, Stony will remind you guys that there are other treasures to be found in this room. Kiki is going to inspect the armor and is just sort of going to if no one's going to stop him, is going to slowly coil up the arm of it and try to sit himself inside just to see if it's comfortable at all. And Stoney's going to watch to see what happens.
Stony, did you say this suit could be used for digging as well?
Yes, of
Would
course.
Kiki be able to take it from this place without emerging?
Yes. I was hoping that might come to your mind. I'm thinking that there may be a way for you to avoid the Godkin altogether through the Underdark.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's Underdark?
It's under and it's dark.
It's fun.
It is not.
Like when you dig a
Oh,
cave in the snow?
No.
I don't
know.
Ah, sorry. You may misunderstand me. I did not mean that all of you should go, as it is quite dangerous. I meant that if it was possible, and if Kiki wanted to operate it. I'm sorry. Should I call you Kiki? Ah, yes. That is fine. Then Kiki could use the suit to find a place to hide the Terabane armor in the Underdark. Megalithari are known for their digging, and this will only speed things up. Then, once the suit is further hidden, Kiki can find you wherever you travel by moving underground. He can either bring the suit to you or bring himself to you. I'm guessing.
It's actually a really good idea.
This sounds reasonable. We, Kiki Tabakada, if that is acceptable with you, perhaps everyone, we could look to see if there is some other artifact here that will convince, Mr. What's his name?
Captain Horatio?
Captain Horatio, that we were successful. I don't think it will serve him or anyone here to know about this suit.
No one knows what's down here. We've just been theorizing. Horatio didn't know. I don't even know if Naughty knows.
No, but we did tell Horatio we would find the thing Naughty sought and we would take it away, so we should plan to present some other powerful potential artifact.
Horatio didn't even want to know what it was.
Oh, that's
Yeah. It feels
Does
like
it
he was
need
just doing it out of necessity, I think.
Yeah,
Or-
it seemed like he was on the same page, as in he didn't want it to get into Naughty's hands, and
I would be
kind
under
of-
the assumption that the god can know exactly what they are looking for. But I cannot speak to other people you have met on your travels, as I do not know them.
Is my understanding that Nautilus's lackeys were tasked simply with finding the orbs to open this ruin. I don't believe that they were given any further instruction on what was to be found here.
Yeah, and I think the sooner this thing is, I guess in the Underdark or away from where Godkin can get it, the better, probably. We can
I agree.
figure out the rest afterwards.
Yeah.
If anyone asks, we'll just tell them we found a ton of gold because us kind of gestures to the gold. There's a ton of gold.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
shall we
That seems like something someone would seal away.
see what else is here?
We can invest in the resort now.
Oh, yeah, dang it.
Oh my god, true.
All right. I guess.
So there's not
uh,
exactly
Bill-
as much gold as is pictured here. This is really more of a, wouldn't it be cool if you opened up a big room full of treasure? And there is a ton of treasure here. But it is, some of these gold piles are meant to represent some of these magic items I'm about to give to you guys.
There's only like 5 gold.
It's actually, it's actually only 3. It's one gold piece per pile. So if you would like
Happy
to,
Hanukkah.
to speed things up a little bit, I'm going to dole out this stuff to you guys now.
Sure.
Oh,
So you've got this much 500 copper, 5,000
Wow.
silver,
Whoa.
1,500 gold, and 100 platinum to be split between you guys. You have 5 250 gold art objects, and they are all art objects that are paintings and schematics of those that built the Terabane armor, collection of elves, gnomes, and dwarves, and a few assorted adventurers. And we have some magic items that each of you might find useful. Here, first off, we have the Circlet of Wild Shape Bravery, which requires attunement by a druid. When in wild
I
shape,
think Oz
the
could really
circlet,
use that.
Yeah, this is definitely an Oz item. When in wild shape, the circlet will empower a wild-shaped druid to add +2 to their AC until taking a hit. When a hit lands, the circlet will lose power until the following dawn.
Okay, cool.
Next, we have
Ominous.
next we have the top hat of appearing animals.
Wow.
Requires
is
attunement
actually-
by a
okay.
magician or a magician's assistant. The user can reach within the hat and pull out a random animal based on the following D6 table. As you can see, there's a bunch of different animals there.
How did this get in here?
That
World would be so
pseudo-
concerned
Can
before.
the user control the animal?
That's a good question, right? All right,
out.
and next up we have Fabian's Necklace of Deception.
Obviously, that is for Ronnie.
I've been wondering where that went. Here we have these pseudo-dragon boots that look like dragon feet.
Oh, booties.
And lastly, we have a various bracelet of protection. You can div these up as you see fit, but there is a right answer.
How do we feel about
I-
messing it up? No, just kidding.
Yeah, I feel like I need to sleep on this. It's so difficult.
Everything is so shiny.
And so as you guys are divvying the stuff up, Sony will further explain his idea, which is to have Kiki don the armor, drill a passage into the Underdark, where Nautilus is unlikely to travel. And he explains that he believes that there are likely other Terabane armor sets and groups of Megalithari that are likely in danger, probably in Plantania. So
Do you have any indication of where they might be?
He gets the sense that the what?
Do you have any idea where they might be? Thanks.
Oh, right. There are. Sony informs you that there are Godkin positioned in major cities around Plantania. And in those cities, and he suggests that you follow their activity by following the gossip of the people and using that as a way of honing in on where they are, because they likely already have a head start on their hunts. So it may be less a matter of finding these things as it is wresting them out of their control. But that is the best he can do, as many of them are quite far away, and it does sort of get muddled to him. He just knows Plantania in general is where the activity seems to be coming from. And
Thank you.
And you also know that Jerixbon, the city of your destination, is a city on the island country of Plantania.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
While we're here, is this a place we should rest? Should we be concerned about the temple ruins being open?
I can use my abilities to place the creatures in this temple into a state of stasis so that they will not affect you. I can also close the doors once you leave. That way, nothing can get inside and try to follow Kiki's trail. However, we must be sure that Kiki is able to operate the machine, or this will all be for naught. Kiki sort of looks like nervously, and then with a sigh,
You don't have to do this if you are not comfortable. We can close this up here.
it is all right. I would like to see. I am curious. I am just weary of pain. I will try.
I'd like to ready a. I think I have healing word in case it does like kind of hurt him. I'll just have that ready to
Okay.
try
Yeah,
and
can I
ease it a bit.
do the same?
I got lay on hands.
He's
Oz
going
is getting
to.
out of the way because he is small and squishy.
Yeah, he just runs slowly, inches away. He's going to curl inside the thing, and you hear him making like little oohs and ahs noises where he's like, oh, so this fits in there, and that, oh, that's actually quite ingenious. And I suppose I just, and he fits his teeth into like the little slots in the front that sort of look like a vent on the, what would be the dashboard of this thing on the inside where the neck meets, where his head is sticking out. And as he does, little machines sort of like hook into his neck and his upper body. And they shoot like, it looks to be like a little like Tesla coil type spark. And then you can see it almost like pinching him. And he's like, ah!
Are you well?
And at that point, you hear the machine whirring and coming to life. And as he looks around, the machine starts to like jerk back and forth, like reacting to every one of his movements. He's like, "Oh, I have limbs." And he starts waving the arms. I can control them? This is so
Well,
strange. And you
Be
guys have to
careful
like
with that.
back up
That's
a little
huge
bit.
cannon.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just and he starts he like trips and he sort of tumbles it into one of the gold piles and it knocks stuff out of the way like a very clumsy Scrooge McDuck. And it's like, all right. This is much more versatile than I expected. It may take me some time, but I think I understand. It was built for Megalithari. I just did not realize how it would feel. It did pinch a little as I got in, but you're right, Stony. It is a far cry from the horrible devices of the goblins. This is something much different. And he's slowly getting used to it, and the hand on the left side that looks like a grasping hand, it goes from like jerky uncoordinated motions into slowly more articulated, and within a matter of minutes he's slowly using this and understanding it and able to like run around the room. It's a little bit scary because the thing is so bulky, but he's able to like stop on a dime. And he turns to you all as you guys are all staring sort of wide-eyed at this spectacle, and he says, should I try the excavator on this wall?
I think you're supposed to do it on the floor, but yeah.
All right. And you guys
Go
look
for
at
it.
as you look at Stony. He's he seems very excited, and he's hovering and sort of like rocking back and forth like he's been waiting for this for a very long time. And so he sort of clears the gold to the side and all the treasure to the side, and he aims the drill down into the ground at a diagonal angle, and juts it forward and turns it on, and it spins, and it's just like a very large, very scary drill, but it just very cleanly cuts through the earth like a cake going through, or I'm sorry, like a butter knife going through cake, and it is just he's just down and away, these little treads on the bottom of his feet allowing him to like move forward along with the drill and just slowly move through this passage. And it seems like he can accelerate it and slow it down for like more refined movement, but he's like easily half a mile into this tunnel before he stops within a matter of 30 seconds, and he looks around and he's just calling to you, look at this, it's amazing. It's fast, but it's strong. It might be harder to cover my tracks, but I feel there is a way. And as he's saying it, he shoots from the other arm, which like becomes a cannon, and it starts shooting some of the dirt that it's collected to sort of like block up a path. Oh, sorry, I didn't get you, did I? It's still very strange, but I think I can do it. I'll go to the Underdark. I'll find someplace safe. I can do it!
Good luck, Kiki. See you when we see you.
I should head towards Plantania, yes?
Yes?
If we can meet you there, yes. But if you want to go elsewhere, you're
Yes.
free.
I will try to find someplace safe. I will learn this device, hide it away, and then I will try to come find you in Plantania, if that is where you will be.
I believe that is where we are going next. We hope.
Very well, my friends. Thank you for this gift.
Thank you, Kiki.
And with
Thanks,
that,
Kiki.
with that, he's going to zoom away and cover his tracks by shooting dirts into the grounds, and he's off. You're not sure exactly to where, but he seems to be on his way.
Speaking of freedom, Stony, what are you gonna do now? Your purpose is fulfilled. There's nothing left for you to guard.
Yes, but I may have one purpose left. You said that Nautilus does not know where the armor is, necessarily. He may think it is still in here, even after you leave. And perhaps it is just my duty to delay him a bit further.
What if he kills you?
I am very hard to kill. I think you've learned that. But if I am broken beyond repair, and you miss me so dearly, you can always come and reconstitute me with a little bit of magic.
Well, I guess that's good to know. I'm just, do you have a desire of your own? You want to get out and see the world, you know?
My desire was to see that which I have just seen, a Megalithari operating the armor once more. I do not have wants in the same way as everybody else. I am a construct, after all. But you have given me much to think about. I will be able to communicate with you through the symbols on your wrists if I learn anything else.
Yeah, you said that these cool new tattoos can, like, help us, right? Does that
So-
mean you can share, weave happenings with us?
Yes, if I learn anything else, I'll be sure to contact you.
Okay.
But never forget, they're about friendship.
Mm-hmm.
He sort of nuzzles against Ronnie like a cat.
Ronnie sort of absent-mindedly, does scratches.
Ooh, that feels nice.
You can contact us with these. Can we contact you or each other with these?
Sure, why not?
Oh, that's very handy.
Oh, so they're like walkie-talkies. That's kind of cool.
What's
They're
a
like, what?
walkie-talkie?
I mean, like sending stones.
You're getting the magic powder too.
No, I don't think they work like that. But they can let you talk to me if I feel like it.
We could just chat to you whenever we want now?
You can. The others, not so much.
Oz seems very excited to have a magical friend in his hand he can talk to whenever he wants.
Be careful, Oz. That is all I will say.
Got someone to chat to that's not going to fall asleep at night.
That's true. I don't really sleep.
Are we just gonna brush over that vague, cryptic, be careful, Oz?
He said that was all he was going to say.
I feel
mean,
like
I'm
people
small
get
and
away with
squishy. A
that
lot of
too
people
much
tell
by
me that.
saying.
Ronnie's like, are we resting here?
It's so practical.
Yeah. Speaking of sleep, that sounds kind of nice.
You know, it may be to your benefit to find someplace else to rest.
So
Very
no
well.
sleeping in a pile of gold?
You can if you like, but I feel that it may be safest to close this place up once again.
Oz, if you want, you can. I'll hold the haversack full of gold, and you can get in there, take a short rest while we head out.
I had an idea. What if you were to
Oh.
take the orbs from the outside of the temple, give them to me, and then I close them in here? That would really slow down anyone.
Oh, yeah,
I think
that could
that
work.
sounds like a great idea.
That's a dick
Oh, once
move.
we
I
take
like
the
that.
orbs out of the pedestal, the thing doesn't seal up automatically?
No, it does not. And I can close it and open it anytime I wish.
Oh, that's handy.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah. Then anytime
let's
if we
do
need
it.
to come in here, we can just tell you on the magic hand theme.
Exactly.
Yeah, the walkie-walkie.
Yeah, exactly. That thing.
The talkie-talkie. Yeah,
Very well.
let's do it.
Sounds like a
And-
plan.
Then find a place to sleep.
Preferably
I
without flaming skulls.
left all our people.
Don't worry, the flaming skulls are now asleep.
Good.
Can you also please disable the traps outside? I'm tired of being walloped. You know, it would be
They will
nice.
be perfectly in place. You will not be impeded in your exit.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Oz, I don't know if you have any hit dice left, but if you want to take a nap in the gold, you can do so in my bag. Or our bag that I'm holding.
Bag?
No, I'll just find a chest and fill it with my old gold later.
Very well.
All right, so you guys make your way back out of the dungeon, and sure as his word, the traps are all turned off at this point. You guys are able to make your way up and out. You don't see any sight of Naughty when you get to the top, thank goodness. And you are able to take the orbs, give them to Stony, who follows you out, and he takes them, attunes to all of them, and carries them inside, bids you farewell, and closes the door. At which point you guys are back out outside, and I'm gonna bring you guys to the main map.
What time is it? Like, how long have we been in there for?
You guys did rest, right?
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
a
we
long
did.
one too.
We did a long rest.
So,
Yeah.
I believe you guys got there after the party during the day and then went to this. So it's probably, if not, I mean, it's dark out, right? Because you guys got here about, I want to say, like, you probably got here about, like, 10 a.m. or maybe noon, and then fought the Guardian outside, did that stuff, got through the dungeon, then it was probably 8 p.m., so it's probably around 11 p.m. now. So it's dark out. And let me pull you back to select all. Yoink. Okay. So yeah, Kiki is no longer with you guys, so I'm gonna remove him.
At least we know Tavian's okay.
Okay.
His health bar's at full.
Yes. Half opacity in the distance.
At
Ghost
this
cat.
point, I mean, at this point, you guys have explored everything on this island, right? So yeah, you were standing outside. It's dark out. Bugs are chirping, you know, typical jungle at night, what you've known so far. Last you left your friends, they were at the boar area. All of your sidekicks went there to camp, except for Kiki, who's digging underground currently. And I guess in the back of your minds, some of you might be thinking, well, one, we need to rest, and we do have a camp nearby here. Two, we've done what we said with our deal, to fulfill our deal with Horatio. Maybe it's time to start thinking about actually getting off this island, as you did make a deal to secure passage off of the island. Way you also get the sense that at some point you should probably check in with Fabian, simply because he's being so petulant lately.
Yeah, he's upset, and I think Waylon definitely has kind of clocked that.
So yeah, it's up to you guys what you'd like to do next.
If we're leaving soon, should I tell the pirate children that I promised I would take with us?
Well, yes. Once we get back to the pirate town, I think that makes sense. I
Okay.
assume we were going to make our way to the friends' camp near the Boars,
Yeah.
We should probably
and they sort
regroup.
of pitch their voice down a little. I suppose. Are we still going to try to get this statue from the southern shore, or are we just
Oh, right.
leave?
I feel like he's where he belongs.
I thought.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Statue to statue.
I
That's such
really
a
don't want
funny.
to see that statue again.
Plus, I have his necklace, as proof that,
That's
well, I guess a
proof of
couple
that.
things.
I don't think we need to worry about proving his demise. It's only does his family having the power in that place do anything potentially for us?
Pisses off the god, Ken.
Yeah, I'm also not
Yeah.
really a material guy, but we are leaving a solid gold giant statue behind on this island. That just feels like a lot to leave behind.
And are we going to move Sir Pug?
Mermaids.
Look, is where he wants to be with the mermaids.
No, we didn't take
Okay.
him to the mermaids yet. We kind of froze his body and decided that we would sort out our business first, right?
I believe he is
Cosplaying
still
for
in
a second.
gentle repose up by the volcano.
How many days has it been? Has it been 3 days?
Jillian. 3 days since
Since we buried Pug?
see, you did that the day after that you did the volcano, right?
Mm-hmm.
After the volcano, what did you do next? Was that pre-sandwich? No, it was
No, that was
post-sandwich.
post-sandwich. It was
He died in the sandwich.
I'm trying to
Right.
look at the markings on the map and try and retrace our steps, but none of it.
Volcano, Slythe, Bomb, Dinosaur, Tuck, Dinosaur Races.
Turtle statue, investment opportunity.
That was all one day.
Then you slept after fighting the ghost at the turtle. So I think
Mhm.
it's
Yeah, we had the
been-
party.
I think this is the second day after that, I believe.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, then we have more than enough time.
Okay, so we sleep, we bury Pug, we get the ship, we sail around, grab the statue, go to Plantania?
That is a much smarter idea than lugging it across this entire island.
Oh, yeah, no way in hell.
This makes sense to me. Pug is buried not far from the town. If they would be willing to dock near the mermaids.
Yeah, I'm sure a few pit stops wouldn't hurt. After all we've done for this guy, anyway.
Yeah, pirates, mermaids, name a better combo.
Very well.
I mean, I guess first things first, we go regroup with the rest of our friends.
Yes.
Yeah. We gotta fill them in.
Well, yes, it's time to leave. Did Clive and Tuck want to come with us? I don't remember.
No, I don't think he did. I don't know if he made up his mind yet, though, but we can ask him again.
Of course. Very well. Let's go get some rest.
Okay, so you guys head back. You're heading back to the Boar Field, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, So you guys make it to the boar field without any incident. You go up the little cliffside from before. It doesn't look like the dinosaurs are back yet. You make it there, and you see everyone is there. You've got Astrid still sulking, but sort of enjoying a roast fish that that Fabian, or not Fabian, Tavian has cooked for everybody. You've got Slythe and Tuck.
Oh yeah.
Slythe and Tuck seem to be engaged in a joyful conversation. It looks like they might have gotten some sort of hooch, or maybe Slythe had it squirreled away. Polly is also drinking with them. Everyone seems to be happy to see you. The boars are sort of like nestled in one corner nearby, warily staring at everybody. But they seem to perk up when they see Kelken, and they all rush over and sort of tackle him joyfully. You guys are able to speak to them and recount what happens, as much or as little as you would like to. You can tell just by a little bit of a check that Polly and Slythe and Tuck are seemingly quite drunk at this point. And they don't seem to be retaining much, but they seem to be happy to see you. It seems like they've created something of a lively group for themselves, and they're all telling like tall tales. Tavian seems to be like annoyed at how drunk they're getting and the fact that they won't share because he's just a kid. And so he's been sort of sulking with Astrid, but seems to really like the fact that she enjoys the food and seems to be babying her a little bit by giving her seconds. But yeah, with that, you guys are able to make a long or short rest. You're fully able to take a long rest for the evening if you would like to, since it is getting quite dark anyway. Yeah, the following morning, the boars wake you guys up bright and early, and some of your companions are a little bit groggy and hungover, and are poking at Oz to share the water skins a little bit. But otherwise, yeah, you're able to do whatever you guys would like to. And I apologize if I'm rushing any of this RP time. But yeah, we only have an hour left, and I want to make sure you guys get to do everything you want to do before we take another break. And since I won't be here next week, or I'll be in New York with two of these people next week. But yeah, there is a lot. As you wake up, it does seem like the start of a fresh new dawn for the party. You've managed to evade Nautilus, although the worries about him somehow tracking you guys down are on your mind. There's also the matter of the fact that you all sort of bared your hearts to one another and haven't really processed that. Fabian seems to be still sulking a little bit, although...
Actually, going to ask if I could talk to him before I went to sleep.
Sure, certainly. If there's anything anyone would like to do, any conversations anyone would like to have that night before you guys go to sleep, or with anybody, feel free to do so now.
Yeah, okay. Waylon just kind of like, all right, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like an actually fine. That sounds like I need to spill my guts fine.
Perhaps, but I'm quite loquacious when I want to be. Perhaps the fact that I'm not talking should tell you all you need to know. I know you can feel what I'm feeling, and you know that I don't feel well. I feel upset and torn. It isn't horrible to be your friend, if that is what I am. Your guide, your... whatever I am. And that's just the problem, isn't it? I don't know what I am anymore. I used to be a god. There was very little that could affect me. And now I'm a spirit. I'm a flimsy half of nothing. A non-being. Before that wall, you asked me, will I have to confess anything? And it didn't even treat me as if I were a person, a consciousness. Then, what is our prize after your hard-fought battle? The thing that robbed me of all my powers. A reminder of a conflict I didn't even participate in because I was too much of a coward to pick a side. I chose that as a trick on them, but what it really was cowardice, fear, and I feel that same ambivalence still, right now. Maybe it would be better if we tore down that wall. Maybe it would be better for me alone. But maybe this is how it should be. Maybe this is my eternal punishment, to be half of nothing inside your head. And that's why I'm upset, because I don't know which one is the answer, and either one bears a terrible burden. Being useless, or being a tyrant, with no in-between.
I'm sorry. I didn't think about getting your hopes up like that. At the wall, I mean. Yeah.
Oh, it's not your fault. I like that you were even considerate. You've been nothing but, I suppose, supportive of me in spite of my foolishness. And I do wish to help you and your friends, but I had my own burdens, clearly.
Well, maybe we need to get you to a tattoo artist, bud. I know a nice little friendship tattoo will perk you right up.
I don't even think I have the weight to support such a thing. That's part of the problem. But you've made me laugh, and then I can't really be angry when I'm laughing, can I?
And for what it's worth, you say you're useless, but kind of gestures to wherever Ronnie is doing their nighttime ritual. Just you saved their life during the witch fight. I don't think
Right.
that's useless of you.
Pulled you all out of that water during the shipwreck.
True. Yeah, we're not fucking dead.
I mattered to you all. Yes. And I suppose if you all are as consequential as that little blue creature, whatever it was, seemed to think, yeah, maybe I do have some influence left, some godliness. Thank you.
Anytime. Now I'm gonna sleep.
Yes. Get your beauty rest. You need plenty of it.
That I do.
Anyone else have anything else they want to do before or after RP wise? All right. What's that?
Pretty beat. Ronnie's pretty beat.
So yeah, you gain the benefits of a long rest. You can all do that. And yeah, you are free to you also are able to eat some of Tavian's cooking, and as a result of that, you guys can get 6 bonus HP,
Ooh.
temporary HP on top
Ooh.
of your regular as a result of that.
Nice.
You're getting a nice home cooked meal.
Maybe this
Nice,
is
but
really
concerning
excellent.
that we might eat it.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I know, you guys are useless without me, so.
Yeah, you did a great job out here, kid. Thank you for making sure these knuckleheads don't make bacon.
They really are stupid. Did you know that? He seems to be
the-
sincere.
The boars or
No, they're
those
way
two?
smarter than the humans.
I am not surprised.
Somehow that tracks. Oh,
Right.
I guess it's boat time finally.
You guys mentioned that you wanted to do something with Pug. What exactly did you have in mind there?
It sounds
Where are
like
the mermaids on the map?
they're,
West.
it's that little statue thing next to the red line
Yes.
on the street. Yeah.
Yeah, so we can take the
Uh,
ship and make stops around the island before heading off, right?
Yeah, I can just go pick up Pug's body. They don't have to know it's his body. We swing around to mermaids. We swing around, pick up the statue. Head off to Jarek's Pond.
Yeah.
All right. I think you'll have to. You might have to, just knowing Horatio, you might have to negotiate that with him, but you don't know exactly when you will be setting off. But yeah, if the plan now is to make it back to the pirate town, I think it's Riptide Refuge, I want to say is the name of the pirate town. I don't know if we covered that before. Yeah, Riptide Refuge. Is that where you guys would like to go next?
Yes.
Do we want to get Pug before we go to meet with Horatio, or
Yeah, if you guys want to just go ahead, I can just walk over and grab Pug. He's not.
It's
too
about
far.
a quarter mile away, so
Yeah.
either way, you'd be able to do it really quickly or during the course of the day. Because as you know, just there'll be I'll just say you'll be able to do this in whichever way is the most convenient for you as we're sort of wrapping up this part of the journey. You'll be able to arrive at the village, make your way back down to Horatio, and after that point, you'll be able to sort of make your final preparations.
Okay.
So, you guys, to expedite things and not have to do too much map hopping in the meantime, what you guys will be doing is you're entering the village. This time you don't have to dress up or do anything. The guards just let you in, recognizing you from before and having been told by Horatio that you guys are on a mission for them. And some of the other pirates also recognize you as having killed the sandwich and stuff like that. And so they're sort of welcoming you in. You see the town is a lot more bustling and a lot less dead. It seems that they are already sort of in the process of readying the ship for departure. But you don't see any sight of Horatio right now. You just see some of the pirates that you recognize from the smuggler's den moving around. You also see a pirate that you did not notice before, but one that you definitely notice now, who is a Kenku, who is a Budgie Kenku, a female Budgie Kenku, who is loudly singing in a beautiful but like shockingly loud, sort of abrasive way, just much louder than she needs to be, as she's carrying stuff, and she's using a mage hand to move boxes, supplies onto the ship. and she's doing a good job with all of her tasks, using her magic to do so. But she's just like kind of getting on the other pirates' nerves as she's showing off a little, and they have to do everything by hand. And this is you'll later learn this is Lady Barnaby, the mage, the Kenku Budgie. And she's just one of the pirates who seems to be preparing for this voyage. So as you pass by Lady Barnaby, you also see I believe it's Matilda, who is the proprietor of the Seaside Tavern, Matilda Cloud, and Bubbles, her little wee plasmoid, who sits on the table outside, and they both give you a hearty wave. And you guys head down into the smuggler's den and make your way through the little cove, past the orc guards, through the tavern, past the golem at the little vault, and you make your way past the lizard folk bodyguards into Horatio's office. And Horatio seems to be a bit nervous right now. As we've met him before, he's sort of like a middle-aged he's let me see, I'll bring
If
him out
he's
again.
like sort of, if things are a little off and he's visibly nervous, can I just go ahead and do a quick insight check? Like,
Yeah, you definitely can.
are we about to be betrayed?
Okay, yeah, please roll insight for me.
What's up?
Ooh.
Oh, natural 20.
Yeah.
You get the
Very
sense that he is 100% scared of Nautilus getting the slip on him. Somehow. And so he wants to leave as soon as possible. He's sort of been prepping based on the intel he's got of your machinations moving around the island. He's prepping the ship so that as soon as he gets word from you guys that he can leave and go someplace safer, or at least that he feels safer, he will do so. And as soon as you walk in the office, he's like, "Ah, there you are. All right, tell me you've got good news."
We have
Yeah.
good news.
Well, what is it then? Out
News
with it.
is- It's time to go. We made sure that Naughty's not getting his hands on what's down in that crypt, so
Do you have it?
it's not really the sort of thing you have.
What?
But
It won't fit in our back pocket in the literal sense, but it is in our back pocket.
Explain.
It's safe and Nautilus can't get it.
Well, where's safe?
I think
What-
the Underdark is what they called it.
The Underdark. Well,
Other than that, we
what
don't
kind
know
of
the
thing is it?
details.
Is it a weapon, or?
I think the more you know, the more we're all at risk.
Fine. But he can't get it.
Nope.
But
He
he
can't.
doesn't know.
Not
You didn't run into him, did you?
Hope not.
So for all he knows, he still thinks it's in those ruins.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This could be good and this could be bad. We should go. And soon.
Hey,
We
we're
have-
ready when you are.
Before we leave for good, though, we do have a couple more, I guess, errands to run along the coast. Do you think we'll be safe on the water?
Probably.
So, Matt, can you remind me, are we south of Plantania?
You guys are...
Or do we not really know where we are?
I think we were west of
You
it.
don't know, but you can ask him.
Oh.
You would be able to ask him. You guys are, southwest of... If you look at the world map in your handouts, where Plantania is, you guys are that little island to the southwest of Plantania.
Gotcha.
We have a few pieces of business, but if we can sail quickly, we can wrap them up in short order.
Well, I'd like to leave by the end of the day, if possible. I've been hoping to get the
How
ship
long
ready
does it
by
take
then.
you to get around the island?
Around the island. What are you needing to do? Oh,
We have
I know what you're trying to do. No, don't worry about it. We've already got it on board.
What?
You got Pug's body on board?
What? Pug? His body?
Our friend died. We want to go bury him where he wanted to be buried.
Pug's dead? Oh. I thought you were going to
Ozzy
take better
just
care of him.
My
He
dog
died
died.
sacrificing himself when we were fighting the sandwich, okay? We're just I was literally about to go on a walk, go pick up his body. We were just asking if we can swing by, drop him off at the mermaids.
No, I thought you were talking about the statue.
You got
You
that.
have the statue?
Yeah, of course we did. You think we're going to leave that much gold?
Did we
Why
tell
would you leave that up? That thing's creepy.
Yeah, you did tell him. You did tell him.
Yeah.
we did.
You guys
let
very
it slip.
quickly.
Thank you for taking care of that already.
It's our pleasure.
Let us deliver Pug to his resting place then, and there's a final piece of business that if we have time for could be a good investment for you, and if not, we will sail on.
Let me tell you this. What are you meaning to do with Pug's body? Give him a proper burial?
Yes.
And what's your plan with that? Any way we can expedite this? Perhaps we can do it on the way, burial at sea or some such.
He wanted to be. He dreamed of seeing mermaids. We were gonna bury him on the beach
Oh,
near
that's
the mermaids.
right. He was always talking about the mermaids. Very well. Then we make a brief trip with the body on board to the mermaids. Save some time that way.
Thank you.
Will that speed things up?
Yeah.
Have you seen Naughty recently?
No. Not since he came in here and raising holy hell.
When
What was he
that?
mad about?
Right before I met you lot.
Okay, good.
Right.
He doesn't come back that often. But he's been maybe taking shorter breaks between his visits. I can tell he's getting antsier. Whatever's down there, whatever you've got squirreled away now. And you're right, I don't want to know. I want to be done with all of this. I want to go back to the mainland, where it's safe. Safer. Plus, we've got a wedding to attend.
What?
A wedding! Captain Scorch is getting married. Hey, maybe even some of your family will come. Hey, Miss Amberfield. Probably not. But,
Oh my god.
probably not, but that would be quite the sight.
Waylon looks a little nervous at hearing that.
Haha. She does like
No,
a fake
they-
laugh.
Well, do what you must. How many people are you bringing aboard?
A lot.
Wait, hold on.
I don't
There's
know
5
how
of us.
many there are.
Tavian, Polly, Astrid, Clive, Tuck.
The children.
10
Well,
plus
and the entirety of my people.
yes. Who Oz, do you want to go? We're bringing 10 people and
10
some
people?
children.
Children?
Yes.
What children?
Yes.
You don't mean this little bird one?
No.
That's
No, he's an adult.
People. I promised I'd bring them with me.
Yes, we will be bringing the children of this village, whoever wants to come with us.
You mean those little rats and their little rat village under the planks?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no, I won't have those
Great.
shit heels under my watch. They raise too much hell.
Excuse me.
They will be
Excuse me,
under
what
our
did you
watch.
call them?
Shit.
Oswald walks
heels.
right up to him, points to him, and points at the ground like, "Get down to my level."
Oh, for crying out. He bends down begrudgingly.
Ozzy grabs him by the collar, looks him in the face like, "Those are my people. You will speak kindly of them."
Make an intimidation check with advantage because you are the bird kid.
Yeah.
Nice.
Guaranteed advantage.
All right,
Bird
all
kid
right.
advantage.
You can take some of them, but not all of them.
They are
Uh,
all coming. I told them they would.
We don't have
come,
enough
and they
food. They'll
will
eat us
come.
out of house and home.
We can catch fish on the way.
For the love of... You can take 2 of them.
Look, you can tell them they can't come all you want. They are going to come whether you want them to or not.
Oh,
I
I'll
don't think
tell
I
him, all
can
right.
stop them.
You see him loading a harpoon gun.
Well, you're free to try.
Oh, I'll try. I've tried before.
Who-
It's okay. They listen to Bird Kid. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know, I had a lot of questions about them anyway. Who are they? Are they the kids of the pirates of this village? Are we stealing their children? I just have a lot of questions about the logistics of this whole situation.
Anyone who
I
wants to
don't
come with
know.
us can come with us.
No, they can't! You are guests aboard my vessel. We only have so much food to go around, and whoever's coming has to pull their weight. So if you're gonna bring some children aboard, make sure they're capable, the least crazy of the bunch, and make sure everyone has some ability to not get in my way. I don't want to get into any shipwrecks because of, I don't know, wild children knocking everyone overboard.
I
We'll
don't
be
know
sure.
about you, but I feel much safer with an army of pirate children protecting our vessel.
What?
Kind of a good point.
Yeah, no, Nadi's ankles are going to be in trouble if he tries anything.
Oz, do you want to go talk to your people? And
His
Ronnie looks
people.
away. I can go with you to retrieve Pug.
Yeah.
Fine,
And,
yes. It'll be a funeral vessel with children. What a lively crew we'll have. Well, not all of it.
One more thing,
Be
Horatio, that
respectful.
Oh, yes. As many things as possible, please.
one more thing we'll say on the matter. If Nautilus asks, the orbs won't be an issue. They're gone.
What do you mean, gone? Nope, I don't want to know. Plausible
There you
deniability, they call it.
If anyone
know,
asks, the island itself swallowed the orbs.
Fine.
Point-
Very well.
What-
Or maybe some of your people ate them.
I'm good with
you.
Who's in charge here, anyway? I need a drink. He stabs a knife into the giant keg of ale behind his desk, and it just squirts out, and he sticks his drink below it. You get the sense that he's not in the mood to talk anymore, and he's just gonna pack up his stuff. So unless you have something else to say to him, you're free to start preparing yourself for the journey ahead.
Did he give us permission to take as many children as we wanted?
He seemed where he left it. He said he made it clear that he wanted as few children as possible to come on the vessel, but he also got the sense that that was the exact opposite of what you guys wanted. So he's so flustered. He's just hoping it works itself out. Basically, he's gonna try to ignore it. You didn't really come to a firm resolution on that.
Ozzy figures the pirate children won't take no or just a couple for an answer, and they're all going to end up on the ship whether any of them like it or not.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you guys like to do next? What scene or scenario of this would you like to play next? You want to go get Pug? I imagine that would just be done with a few sentences, or unless you guys want to have something else in mind. Or would you like to do the Oz going to meet the kids?
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else cares to go get Pug. I think Ronnie would be kind to and appreciative of the gesture of preserving him and communicate that. But it doesn't need to be a whole scene, as far as I'm on my side anyway.
He
I
is
would- I
already
had-
preserved, right?
Yeah, he's gentle reposed. He's got 7. Or wait, are we doing the 10-day week or the 7-day week?
7-day week, I assume.
Okay, so he's got 4 days left.
Now I need to decide if it's a heliocentric universe or too confusing. I'll figure that out later. Oh, first time DM in trouble. So you guys go. You said Waylon and Ronnie go to pick up Pug. You're able to dig him up. He looks, at peace. And you guys are able to carry him back.
While we're carrying him back, Waylon just looks up to Ronnie and, remembering the conversation they had on the same beach, just... There was a moment where I could have done something like this, but it didn't happen. It felt wrong to repeat history.
Done something like what?
He's being cagey, but just like, yeah, he found a body. This is what he's kind of saying. Like, he found a body, but he didn't bury it, and now he feels guilty.
Oh, gotcha.
It's not, we don't always get the chance to do our best. But we're here. And we're trying now.
You guys
And that counts.
continue on your way, and you're able to sort of rest him on a cot and put a sheet over him, so as not to alarm anyone else. And you're able to bring him on board and just like sort of put him to rest someplace in near one of the cots. Or one of the hammocks, underneath one of the hammocks. And since he's in a preserved state, he's in no, chance of really upsetting anyone in any olfactory way. As you guys are preparing to get on this vessel, you see a lot of your friends, your colleagues, the people you've met along the way, being trying to put together their thoughts and feelings on what's happening. You see Polly and Tavian getting into some sort of routine as Polly is attempting to make herself useful by slipping back into her old quartermaster duties. There's also this elderly gnome quartermaster of the pirates who's using an ear horn. And he's being looks like he's very senile and is just sort of letting himself be usurped as Polly is ordering people around and organizing everything, trying to make herself useful. Tavian is also ordering people around, just sort of like repeating what she's saying in pantomime, and getting stuff wrong. And Polly is like absentmindedly correcting him as she's actually doing her job. Tavian is in the process of, figuring out what it means to be an actual sailor and also to be a leader, and is trying to carve a name for himself, and everyone else is just trying to ignore him and trying not to let him get on their nerves. As he is shouting and ordering people around, he's a little short, so he's standing on top of a box and pointing with his slingshot around. Or Ronnie, you gave him your
Crossbow.
Your crossbow early. He's pointing with the crossbow. And as he's doing that, he eventually draws the attention of some of the local children who are challenging him to a play fight duel, and suddenly he is wrestling and playing with other kids, and his demeanor sort of changes, and he's actually able to be a kid for a little bit, and is just sort of he's not ordering them around, they're ordering each other around, and they're all sort of playing pretend. And you can see him smile in a way you haven't really seen him smile. And while this is happening, a couple of the other kids run over and start grabbing at Bird
Mm-mm,
Kid and flapping his wings and acting
mm-mm.
like they want to see him fly again. And then all the kids are swarming Bird Kid, and like the leader of these kids, this like spiky redheaded wild child, come up, and he looks at Bird Kid with respect too. And they don't have a ton to say, but they're all just sort of like oohing and awing at Bird Kid and joking and telling stories and wrestling and showing off and being like kids. Um, so yeah, it's there's definitely an opportunity, Oz, that you notice to talk to them and make like a sales pitch to go on this to this vessel and become real pirates if that's what your plan for them is.
Well, Oz has a great time, greeting them, chatting with them a bit. And at one point, he raises up both of his wings and says, I found our way off of this island.
Um, some of the kids immediately respond with big smiles and look at each other with excitement. The red-haired spiky kid looks like really shocked and looks around, and some of the other kids repeat his motion and look really scared. You're definitely sensing some division in these kids, where like it seems like 2/3 of them, or it seems like a third of them are unsure. Like it could be cool, it could not be cool, and then some of them look like genuinely scared, like they never want to leave this island, and then some of them look really excited to get off of here. So there isn't a clear sense that all of them have the same uh, attitude towards the idea of leaving. And the red hair.
Ozzy
Oh,
seeing
sorry. Go
this.
ahead.
Oh, sorry.
You go ahead.
Ozzy seeing this puts, his wings down, kind of looks over all of them. I'm not going to force any of you to leave, but if you want to leave with me, then, we'll have a ship and we'll be able to go off to the mainland. And just, go off, see what the world is.
Yeah. A couple of the kids are immediately on board and begin flapping your wings and like grabbing you. It seems like there's like this sort of like taller than all the others, long dark haired girl, almost like a tween age girl who's like super excited to go off and live an adventurous life, kind of like a string bean, very thin but like long, shiny, dark hair. And there's like two boys, one a little bit chubbier with blonde hair that covers his eyes, and another one with brown, spiky hair, sort of a miniature version of their red, spiky-haired leader. And all this trio is very, very on board with following you around. The leader of the kids sort of looks to you and says, "We don't know what it's like out there." His eyes seem to be conveying something.
I'm not entirely sure what it's like out there either, but it's going to be a fun adventure with friends, whatever it is.
Okay, make a persuasion check. Okay. With that persuasion check, a couple of the other kids are turned to this. Two of the other littler ones run over and join you as well. Two girls who look to be twins, both blonde haired with pigtails. One of them has a little eye patch. You're not sure if it's an affectation or not. And the other one has a like a little hook on her hand. Again, you're not sure if it's actually an appendage or if it is just a something she's holding to make it look like she has a hook because she saw it on a pirate. The the leader of them is looking at you and he's just like he's you can feel he's having a like strong emotional moment in his head where he's trying to decide whether to leave or not.
Uh,
Someone
Ozzy's
gotta watch them, you know?
Ozzy's gonna walk up to him, put his long bird fingers on his shoulders, like, I'm not gonna make you go if you don't want to. That choice for anyone here. If you want to leave, this may be your chance to leave. But if you want to stay, no one is going to make you go.
He just like looks at you. You've got your arm on his shoulder. He reaches out and puts his arm on your shoulder, a sign of respect, and he looks you dead in the eye. He goes, "Bird kid, bird kid, bird kid," and all of them start chanting on both sides of this conversation. Both all manners of opinion are all start chanting bird kid, and then some of the other pirates who are supposed to be working stop working and join the chant. Bird kid, and Polly's like, "What are you doing? This isn't. Oh, of course we're on a schedule here. Oh, whatever. Bird kid." And Tavian joins in, shrugging, and suddenly everyone's chanting it. And you get make an insight check on this leader kid, Oz. You can tell that he doesn't want to leave. He feels like this is his home, and if some of his kids, if his friends are going to stay here, he wants to be there to watch them. But you also feel the trust in his eyes. If anyone's going to watch some of his friends, it's going to be you. He considers you an equal. And so you've got these 5 kids who are with you now. The older girl, 2 kids who are like maybe 10, and the twin girls who are like maybe 8. And so these are going to be your personal like entourage and on this vessel. And with that, you sort of like lead them toward the ship, and they immediately start going crazy and start wrestling on the deck and like inspecting everything and getting into trouble. And the other pirates are like getting really annoyed with them already. And and Tavian just starts laughing, and he starts trying to like jokingly boss them around. And he immediately starts getting into like this place where he's so happy that he's not like the youngest, so to speak, and he's not the troublemaker. He's not getting poked any get pointed any fingers at, and so he's just like really enjoying the fact that there's these other kids who are just like totally knuckleheads. um and While that's going on, you guys, the rest of you, everyone but are you guys Way, oh yeah, Way and Ronnie, you guys are back by now. Uh Everyone besides Oz make a perception check for me. Oz is still hanging out with the kids at this moment. Okay.
You know,
You see nothing. You see nothing.
Oh.
Oh,
Oddish.
I'm fixing my nails.
There's a big fish fell onto onto Ink's head, and she's trying to get it off. It's eating her head right now.
Wow.
I was like, no, we need that for the children.
Oddish, you notice that Tuck is at sort of standing near the cannon by the seaside cafe, and he's sort of staring off at the sea, sort of like wistfully, and you're not sure what to make of it.
I look around to see if like the person who seems better suited to deal with this, which is Finn, has noticed, but Finn has not noticed. I'm like, well, I guess I gotta go to this myself. And I kind of head over to him and I'm saying, hey, Tuck, what's up?
Oh.
You want to talk about your feelings?
What? Aha! No, me brave. Have no feelings.
I think you can be brave and have feelings. Look at most of the people who travel with us. Look at Ronnie, they're super brave, and they have so many feelings.
Eh? He seems really confused by this. Like you just gave him.
I make a circle with one hand, and I'm like brave, and I make a circle with my other hand, and I go feelings, and I overlap them, and I'm like, see, you brave and feelings.
He looks at the circles that you've drawn in the air, and he punches through them, and he says, "Dinosaur."
Are Yes, dinosaurs are great. Are you saying you want to stay here with your dinosaurs?
He looks down sadly, and he looks up. Me not sure. Should me leave or stay? Me, me not dinosaur. Not have friend till me meet you. But me not sure. What you think?
I think you've done such a good job of raising them that they can probably take care of themselves now. Like, you care a lot for them, but now you should start to care about yourself. If you want to leave, if you want to see what's out there, you should come with us and trust that you've brought them up right to be able to take care of themselves.
Make a persuasion roll.
Okay. Yep. Oh
He
boy.
starts laughing.
Oh no.
You weird, bad at talking.
Finn, I need you over here.
What?
I don't know how you do this.
I mean, what?
I was trying to have a moment, and I don't think I know how to get through to talk. And I think you're just better suited for this situation than I am. And I just pat her on the shoulder and walk away.
Oh. Well, what's up, buddy?
Hey. You girl, right?
As far as I know.
Yeah. Girl good, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Where on other place, not here. There many girl?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
So many girl.
Maybe me should go.
You want girl?
Me talk with you later. Me see you. Me have feelings. Him say make
Okay.
feelings brave, but not feel brave. Feel scared. Sick to stomach. Like when eat bad fruit.
Well, there's nothing braver than eating bad fruit and getting through it, right?
No, that's stupid. Maybe it brave be stupid. You smart.
Sometimes.
He puts his hand on your head and pats you.
Thank you.
Kelkin's just listening to this and he just throws his hands up in the air. Like, what the fuck?
Thank you, girl. Me go on ship.
All right. See you
walks,
there.
He walks away and he passes by Kelkan and he gives a dismissive look like, nah.
God damn it.
And he just looks at Kel and shrugs.
Him bad talk.
Ronnie goes to Kel and it's like, yeah, I don't get it.
I mean, hey, you're having great luck with Tavian. Finn's having great luck with Tuck. I can speak to animals. Something doesn't feel right here.
Speaking of quote unquote animals, you guys also notice that you've lost sight of Slythe, but after a while you do catch him. He is standing by the side of the ship, not helping at all, but he is also seems to be cloaking himself, not being his gregarious self. And you see him like literally wearing a cloak over his head and trying to hang it low, and sticking his tongue out a lot. For those who can see him, make an insight check on him, please.
Do we?
Can we all see him?
Yeah, if you're just hanging around, you can make the choice.
Cool, great, yep.
Wei and Ronnie, you think, and Cal, you're like, I think he's probably just hungover and avoiding the sunlight. uh,
Do you need
affinity.
some water?
He just sort of hisses at you, in a way that makes you feel weird. Uh,
That's weird.
Ink, you get the distinct impression you've known a lot of theatrical people in your time, and you get the distinct impression that he is trying to do an impression of a snake. And the more you look at him, it seems like he is trying to hunch in a way that and change his demeanor from a dragonborn to that of a lizard folk. It almost seems like he's trying to pretend that he is not who he appears to be. And then you're like, oh, right, he was in shackles here a few days ago. He's probably trying to keep a low profile.
I guess I'm gonna go up to him. So, this is about that whole being in a cage thing, right?
What? No, that was someone else, mate. I'm Hissy, the lizard guy. Hiss. I'm an assassin that you hired to protect you, not some criminal or something.
I really don't think at this point they care anymore, dude.
Well, until we're at sea, I ain't taking no chances, alright?
I mean, if it's more fun for you this way, by all means. I've got a disguise kit if you want it.
It ain't about fun. Oh, yeah, I would like that, thanks.
I give him my disguise kit.
He immediately puts on a fake mustache and continues hissing.
Well, glad I could enable whatever this is.
And with that, you guys have some of you not having much else to do are able to do any like last minute prep with everybody else. You can learn about getting the ship ready, and yeah, at about 4 or 5 p.m. you guys look like you're ready to set sail. It seems odd to set sail going into the night, but it seems to be what Horatio wants to do. He doesn't want to lose any time for fear of Nautilus coming back. You guys bring the kids aboard, and you've got you're still in the process. You haven't even like really gotten a rundown of like where you'll be sleeping or anything like that yet. And just as you guys are about to leave, plotting, like just as they're about to take away like the gangplank thing to get people on and off the ship, you see plotting near the village's entrance, it's Tonka, who has finally caught up to you guys after having been like a mile behind, and he is just slowly and happily coming forward. And Horatio's like, no, no, no! Whatever that thing is, there's no way it's getting on board. Well, are you crazy? What is it anyway?
Ozzy has been going nuts the past half hour, asking everyone, Tonka, he has little legs. I don't think he's made it yet. And seeing Tonka appear over the horizon, Ozzy leans dangerously over the rail and points a ghost.
Wait, did you cut out?
Hello?
Hello?
I think just
Did
the
I
sheer
cut out?
excitement of the situation.
Yeah, the sheer
Oh
excitement.
no, where did it cut out?
I think
The
you leaned
silent
over the
scream.
rail of the ship, and
Ozzy, you didn't fall over, sorry. Ozzy is leaning dangerously over the rail of the ship, just yelling, "Please, we're gonna leave soon. I don't want to leave you behind." And Ozzy looks like he is about to jump over the rail to go grab his dino so we can't leave.
no,
Ronnie
pull up.
sort of grabs the back of Oz's jacket.
Horatio's like telling the guys to pull up the gangplank. It looks like Tonka's like a mile away, like moving so
No.
slowly. Horatio's trying desperately to stop this thing from getting on board.
Ozzy is going to bite Ronnie, trying to escape so he can get his dino friend.
Okay,
Roll for damage, I guess.
Ronnie's gonna try to gently grapple us.
You see this look of dumb happiness. It looks like Tonka's kind of sleepy after all of that travel. If only there was some way to, I don't know, excite him to get him to come faster. But you'd have to be some sort of genius to come up with something like that at the last minute.
Ozzy pulls out the entire bunch of bananas. The entire bunch.
Tonka makes some inhuman noise, unholy and strange that a dinosaur has never made before, and begins galloping at 50 miles an hour towards the ship, barreling up the gangplank and leaping on top of Horatio and licking his face, and then jumping on you and grabbing the bananas.
I like to think we all just feel the ship sink a little bit lower than it was before.
You can feel the ship scraping against the coral bed below. Thousands of colonies of clownfish are dying.
Ozzy is trying to break free of Ronnie to go embrace his dino.
Oh, Ronnie fully let go. As soon as you weren't about to be going over the edge, Ronnie's not opposed to the dinosaur. Ronnie just didn't want you jumping off the boat.
Ronnie's not a monster.
I figured.
So you go and jump and play with Tonka and feed Tonka, and all the other kids run over and start cheering and riding him. He doesn't seem to mind at all because he's munching on the bananas, and then he immediately goes over and marks his territory on the mast of the ship. And Horatio just looks like this is the worst day of his life. He just takes a big swig out of his flask and like goes to his cabin.
Ozzy introduces Tonka to the pirate children. This is Tonka. He may have little legs, but he's a big, strong dino.
They all start flexing and roaring to show that they are also big, strong dinos. And they start trying to wrestle Tonka, but he's basically immovable. He's like the blob. You can't knock him over. They all try, though, and he seems to like the attention. It's like getting a back scratch. As you guys are getting ready to set sail, Lady Barnaby, the mage Kenku Budgie, is singing and swabbing the deck. And now she seems to be singing a song inspired by Tonka, the dinosaur that became a pirate. All the kids start trying to sing along, even though they don't know the words. At this point, the captain emerges, newly like he's just taken like 3 or 4 shots, and tells them to hoist the mainsail, and they're gonna get this underway. You realize now you still have to drop off Pug, and so at this point, you're going to wave goodbye to all the pirates. Even though there's not that many people that you know or recognize on the shore, it just seems like what you do. People are holding their hats in the air, waving as you guys set out to sea. You curve around the peninsula at the north of the island and the lookout tower where you had listened on those guys spying on Naughty's behalf. Hadn't really thought about them in a while, and curve around the north side of the island and go down the western coast, and eventually, you can see via spyglass in the distance the mermaids basking and singing their songs on the rocks nearby, and it feels like there's some sort of like beautiful ethereal magic coming off of them and their aura. And you weigh anchor about a quarter mile away. Ronnie and Way, you carry down the pug's body, and whoever else wants to join can. Horatio holds back Tonka from getting off because he's like, there's no way we're going to be able to leave before nightfall if this thing gets off and has to get back on. But as you take the body closer to the mermaids all shriek and dive into the water and then emerge about a quarter mile away in the ocean, and you're able to either bury or submerge Pug should you choose. But this is clearly like the mermaid's grotto where they all come to bask. So however you guys would like to do that, you'll be able to now.
No, is it distasteful to bury him? I was thinking the beach, but
I
More
think the tree
sand?
line, even though he loved the mermaids, we talked about giving him a view and being near their magic. I don't think we want to drop it in their literal underwater lawn.
yeah, that
I
seems.
don't want the ocean to wash up his body from the sand.
Yeah.
At the tree line.
You guys begin digging at the tree line, making a very similar grave to the one that you made earlier on the north side of the island. And as you do so, the mermaids sort of catch wind of what's going on and begin slowly and softly singing a very haunting melody that sort of like has some sort of like magical quality to it. It sort of fills the air and sort of invigorates you slightly as you are doing this. You feel connected in that way. It's almost like it's somehow touching the magic and the tattoos you guys got from Stony, and you're able to create a small little stone pyre there and recreate your memorial from before to Pug. And the mermaids seem to understand sort of innately through some magic and some sort of sense-based and emotion-based magic that they can they're watching someone being put to rest, and they're just sort of like participating in a way that they feel is natural for them. When you turn around to like approach or speak to them, they are immediately very skittish and go and swim fast away and then peek their heads out of the water. They are clearly fearful of people, perhaps because of the pirates. But they seem to be behaving a lot uh, like curious creatures. They're not. It's not out of hatred or true disgust or anything like that. They're just trying to keep themselves safe.
Mhm.
But they're very curious about what's going on, and the song sort of washes over you and um, carries you back aboard your vessel when you finish. Um, and with that done, that completes this arc of the journey. You've finished your adventures on the island, and you're off to Plantania for adventures in Jarek and beyond. So congratulations to you guys on finishing this big leg of the adventure. It was a lot of fun for me to run it for you, and I really appreciate that. We'll be skipping next week because I'll be in New York, but then afterwards, I don't know. We'll have to figure out how available people are during the holidays. We'll have the 21st and the 28th if people are available. Otherwise, we'll be back in the new year with the next leg of the journey. I've got some fun stuff planned for y'all. We still have the voyage to get there as well. So there's some interesting stuff to be had there. Um, yeah, and lots of stuff that to still be resolved. I mean, Way's secret. We still haven't really talked about it. So, thank you so much, you guys. And yeah, if there's anything else you guys like to do now, just let me know. But otherwise, that's the end of the session for right now.
Sick.
Woo!
We did it.
Hell yeah.
All right, so uh, let's give an old raid a Rooney to Sconebone. Looks like he's doing Battletoads right now. And yeah, we'll be back when be back. We'll keep all the information about when we'll be back in the Discord. So please join the Discord if you would like to. And yeah, that's it for right now. Have a good night, everybody. We're gonna start the raid, so please join us in watching Scone for a little bit, and we'll all catch up on some of that great news from the Game Awards. Can't wait to see what happened. But yeah, we're gonna head out now. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night and good luck.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Ah, that was so good.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah.
Yay.
End of an era.